fast, days is fast, and I'm homebound.
Word? That's the song you're going with?
I don't know. Is that what we started?
No. What's happening, everybody? This is live. Camera cocktails tonight. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Lights, Camera, Cocktails. We are a podcast that pairs amazing drinks with amazing movies. My name is Jason.
I'm Zenobia.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good, sis. Actually, I'm a little sick, so I apologize in advance, people. I got some napkins and stuff because your boy's congested. But other than that, I am right as the mail.
Yeah.
We got a great movie. You made a fantastic drink. It's... wow. This is my first look at the drink. That is... really nice. Look at you. You're smiling. Go ahead.
I'm getting so good.
Just take over.
Before we start with the drink, happy anniversary as of yesterday.
Happy anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
It's an anniversary. Didn't we sing that last episode?
We did.
Too?
We did.
Every time you say anniversary, it just
Titanic
rings in your head.
Titanic did air on our anniversary.
Tony has done it again.
And our girl Monique has done it again.
Oh yes, Monique the master
baker. She made us these very beautiful celebration cupcakes.
Thank you, Monique.
Thank you, Monique. They're my favorite. Strawberry champagne fucking cupcakes. And she made like cute little I love lights, camera, cocktails. Really cool. And she made us
What does this one say? I'm looking at it from the back.
It just says
I love. Oh, that's really sweet.
Okay.
I hate her so much.
Well, you might hate her a little more because she wrote us a note to go along with these. So go ahead and read it on there. I told her I would not open it until this moment.
So you don't know what it says?
I don't know what it says either.
Oh, wow.
So read it to me. What's it say?
Why I gotta do the read?
Because I went and picked up these fucking cupcakes.
This is a note from Miss Monique. Jason, Zenobia, Smashley, and my favorite pug, Wawa, Robin.
Oh,
I fucking love you all so much. Thank you for making me and the rest of the world laugh and get drunk, laugh out loud. So proud of you. Hugs and kisses always. Your most favorite person ever, Neek.
Thank you, boo.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
You're not. We're gonna save that. It's going in our scrapbook.
That's going in the scrapbook. Monique, thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you want to eat a cupcake now, or are we just gonna get to it?
Are you asking me if I want sweets?
Do you want to?
You know I want some
I
sweets.
know you do.
Also, guys, we apologize, but one of our cameras is down.
Yep.
So we're down to one camera on YouTube. It will be replaced eventually. We're going to get around to it.
Yep.
But in the meantime, enjoy this wide frame of us.
And our bar.
And our bar. Yeah, you get to see the whole bar now.
Yeah. Okay, so are you ready to drink?
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's do this.
I hear alcohol kills germs.
Yeah, this one's going to make you feel good.
Awesome.
So we are drinking the Raptor cocktail.
The Raptor. I'm a raptor. Doing what I can. Gonna eat everything. No, we're not doing that movie,
No, but I didn't even think of that till you started rapping. It was like, ooh. That is totally a 90s movie.
Not Robin Williams.
So you're going to put 1 ounce of vodka, half an ounce of rum, but I like rum, so I put an ounce of rum.
Yeah, you did.
A half ounce of Modelo. Not Modelo.
See, that's why the rum is always gone.
Who always gone?
I said, that's why the rum is always gone.
Oh, yes. It is. I go through rum quite often. You do a half ounce of Midori. I'm sorry. So you can do a half an ounce of Midori.
Okay.
Half an ounce of blue carousel. You're going to shake that mug up. You're going to strain it to a rocks glass. You're going to put a little bit of club soda in there. I got this club soda.
It's carbonated? Yes.
Yeah, I got this club soda with a little hint of lemon and lime.
Nice.
Thought that would help. And the lemon Arizona iced tea to top it off. Now, in the picture, the iced tea made it look more brown than ours do.
Uh-huh.
But we gonna drink it.
Yeah, absolutely. I see when people like layer stuff, like I get it. It looks really cool.
I haven't figured out how to do it good yet.
Like even when you see like a cappuccino or something like
Yeah.
that, like the froth on top looks great. but I want to taste it.
I know.
Like, as soon as I see it, I'm like, okay, cool.
Let me mix it up.
A basic bitch can take their picture for the gram. I'm going to mix that shit up real quick because I want to taste that cinnamon and that cocoa and that sugar and everything all in there.
Well, that's what we're doing today. So,
okay.
This is the Raptor.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Oh, my God. And you got the mint in there.
Oh, yeah. Top with mint and cherry.
Woo!
Strong.
Oh, shit.
Well,
that one grabbed me quick.
Literally everything except the water and the lemonade is fucking alcohol. So
I got a Robin hair in mine. Robin.
That's extra.
Yeah. Usually you pay double for that. Mm-hmm. But that's good.
I like it.
I like it. That'll clear up my sinuses.
I didn't know what I was going to think it was going to taste like. But the iced tea does help. It does have a nice little...
Yeah. Oh, and we still have some more iced tea. I might finish that later.
Oh, yeah. I only splashed it, so...
You only splashed it? Can I get a swig of that?
Yeah.
Just to clear my throat for the podcast. For the people. It's for the people.
So, are you ready for a little bit of herstory?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And yeah.
I liked your the first one. I know it wasn't for me.
It's a little different from the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we are going to learn about... What do you think we're going to learn about?
Captain, vodka, Midori, blue curacao, Arizona iced tea.
We've talked about everything, haven't we? Yes.
Yes, we have.
Well, there's one thing we have not talked about, and it's the glass in which this cocktail is in.
Oh, okay.
You like where I'm going here?
I see you.
You see me, me. So we are going to talk about the rocks glass.
Nice.
A.K.A. the old-fashioned glass. A.K.A. the lowball glass.
Nice.
A.K.A. the short tumbler.
Oh, my God.
That is what this fucking thing is called. Many names for this cup that we're drinking out of.
I'm just thinking of the two cops from House Party 2 since we just did the first one. It's like, A.K.A. Shelley DeWitt. A.K.A. Laverne Jackson. A.K.A. Yes, motherfucker, that's her.
So the big drink that this cup is known for is the Old Fashioned, which is said to be the oldest drink cocktail ever. But we haven't had an Old Fashioned yet. So we'll get to that, hopefully.
Crazy Stupid Love or something.
Yeah. It is also known as a whiskey glass.
Yes. That's what I usually associate it with.
Okay. So a whiskey glass, you can have it neat, which is just whiskey, or you can have it on the rocks, which means you're going to have some ice in it. It's also good for strong drinks.
Ah, okay.
Because you won't overmake it, and it'll keep, because, if you had a bigger glass, you're going to, add some more so that it'll fill the glass.
Yeah.
But if it's a short glass...
It's a short, stout glass.
Boom, it doesn't take much to fill that.
More precise. Okay.
Okay, so if you see a drink in a rocks glass, expect it to be kind of strong.
I can imagine you applying for a bartender job and being like, have you gone to school? I'm like, bitch, have you heard my podcast?
I am my own school.
School of Lights, Camera, Cocktails right here.
Cocktails. I'm going to open up my own bar school. Get ready for it. 2020. Let's see where am I? It's also good for sweet drinks so that you won't have too much sweetness or stomach or,
my fruity drinks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because how, you drink too much of these sugary, fruity drinks, and then you get a bad hangover because of all the sugar.
I had many a lava flow when we were in Hawaii.
I know. See, but that's
so good.
Those were in hurricane glasses.
Uh-huh.
So those ones, the tropical drinks,
they were in a couple different ones depending on what restaurant we went to, but majority, yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you find in a deeper martini glass, which I kind of felt gypped. I was like, this is half of what the other restaurant gave me. I mean, give me at least in a margarita glass if we're going to do it. Yeah.
So, yeah. There's a lot of cool things with this drink. The flat bottoms of these rock glasses are good for muddling drinks. And so you can add your cocktails, the muddle you can in your cocktail glass.
Okay.
And that's
you muddle the mint or even like crush up the
mint,
ice cube for an old fashioned and
some
stuff.
like, raspberries or something that you want to do. Boom, boom, boom.
I like it.
And that's a little bit of a history on the rocks glass, aka old fashioned, aka what did I say? The low ball glass.
I got a question.
Whiskey glass. What?
Who'd you steal that from? There is a
the
dinosaur on our table.
I didn't steal it. I borrowed it.
Did you ask permission?
I did, and got permission.
From the owner or from the owner's mom?
From the owner and the owner's mom.
Okay.
The owner's mom, Monique, who made us these lovely cupcakes. I went to pick them up today, and her son is literally like a character in this movie who loves dinosaurs. And he was giving me fun facts about them.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
She said she's going to send us a video or a recording of him giving us dinosaur fun facts we can add up in the mix this week.
I love it.
And yeah.
What did he say when you asked him if you can borrow that?
I said, "Do you own any raptors?" And he was like, "No." And his mom said, "He is 4, going to be 5 in November."
He's already going to be 5.
Yeah. And so he was like, "I don't have one. I lost it at the park." And his mom was like, "You got one." And so she went and found it. And he also said that I could keep this one. He didn't even want it back.
Really?
Yeah. But he gave me another one, which is a skeleton of a T-Rex.
That's so cute.
I got to give this one back, though.
You got to give the skeleton one back.
Yeah, I got to give that one. No. He said I can get this to our nieces.
Tell me why the raptor is bigger than the T-Rex.
I don't make the toys.
I just want to pick up the toys and like start playing like we're 4 years old again.
I got little arms and a big body. Okay, so do you want to tell everybody what movie we're doing?
We're doing Jurassic Park, people. Come on. How do you not know yet? I'm just like Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my God, we had a nice little photo shoot earlier.
I'm going to say right now, this was not my idea. And Instagram, I apologize in advance.
I'm going to take 150% responsibility for this picture. I came to him and was like, "Yo, you definitely got to Jeff Goldblum the shit out of this right now." And he did it. He was a good sport. So
oh my God.
Okay, so you want to hear the stats?
Yes.
On Jurassic Park?
Oh my God. I ain't scared of the stats on this movie at all.
You should be.
Word.
Okay, so here we go. The movie dropped on June 11th, 1993. So that's 26 years ago.
Okay.
This movie dropped.
26 years already? Damn, Gina.
I know. Oh, my God. So this week, I know sidebar. But okay, this week, I was talking to a coworker and another coworker who is...
I'm going to eat one of these cupcakes.
Do it.
I'm going to take the camera one because I love this.
I know, good, because I was about to say, if you took the cocktails, I was supposed to be real mad at you. So I'm talking to 2 of my coworkers, and one of the coworkers is more into the lingo, I guess, and the other one is not. So they were telling me a story, and I was like, "Oh, damn, Gina." And the girl goes, "Who's Gina? Like, what are you telling me?"
First of all, how old is she?
22.
That's
3.
why.
I know she. No, but the girl I was talking to is the same age and knew exactly what I was talking about.
She got older siblings or cousins or something.
She's like, "You don't know Gina?"
No, she was born after the show was canceled. We're in 2019. She was born in 97, 98. When was Martin canceled? Like around there.
Damn.
Exactly. Exactly. So I can't be too mad at her, but at the same time,
I had to explain it to her.
Damn.
And it made me feel old. So okay, here we go. Here's the motherfucking stats.
And we're the youngest also. So we watched what our older siblings watched.
Exactly. So the budget is so good.
Oh my God.
The budget is $63 million.
This shit got cream filling.
It does. It has strawberries in it.
It got strawberries in it.
Is it cream? This one cream? I don't know. The one I had earlier was strawberry so long.
Don't mind me. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Good. I'm gonna read you the stats. So the 63 million, if you translate it in today's money, is 111 million to make this movie, and it made 1.029 billion dollars, which in today's money is 1.8 billion.
God damn.
Billion with the motherfucking B.
feel like Damon Wayans right now eating a cupcake in major pain.
It's so good. Oh my God. You devoured it. It's so good. I know.
Then he farts and makes the kid knock out. Damn, he put you in a coma.
Damn. So are you ready for the Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Critics, 91.
Yeah.
Audience, 91.
What?
Zenobia, 91. I think it's pretty good. I think that's a great number for it. It still holds up today.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can see some things, but for the most part, it still looks really, really good.
Uh-huh.
And the acting is still really good. It aged well.
Better
26 years.
In my personal opinion, I like this one. I don't think that they've topped the first one. From this one to part 2 and 3 and the new Jurassic Worlds with Chris Pratt, I think this one is the best.
I do feel like they could have stopped after the second one because I personally think I like the second one better.
You told me that earlier. Like, you love the second one with Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
Cameraman? What?
Dude, when the thing falls and they fall in the glass and it's like breaking in their fingertips.
Oh, yeah.
It's like my fucking favorite. And they have to hold on and the thing goes through. Yeah.
Scene.
He has a black daughter. How am I going to not?
Get it, Jeff.
When I came out, I was the same age as that daughter, doing gymnastics just like that daughter. So I was all about it. Mm-hmm. It was cool. I liked it. And
she did a good job, too.
She did a great job.
Fucking Spielberg.
He did a good job.
And he's the child whisperer, dude.
He did such a good job on making the dinosaurs come into our world. Mm-hmm. I like that. I think that's probably why I like the second one.
Okay.
But I do love this one. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love this one. This one's my favorite. For a good reason. But we'll get to that. Unless, you let me know when you're ready for my Jason's Tech Corner.
Oh my God. Okay, so are you ready?
To go back to Jurassic Park?
No.
What?
For the motherfucking drinking game.
You actually got me on that one. I didn't know what I was ready for. I forgot about the drinking game.
How could you forget? I don't.
So. I'm sick. I got a fever right now.
Well, grab your drink and get ready to take some sips. You ready? So take one sip when Jurassic Park is said or shown. So every time you see the Jurassic Park logo, every time somebody says, welcome to Jurassic Park. Like all that shit, you take a drink. A sip.
When the sign is falling down in front of the T-Rex and everything.
Take that motherfucking sip, which is probably, I have to say, probably my favorite scene in the whole movie is them running out and the banner falling down.
You know that was a last minute addition, right? That was not traditionally the ending.
What was the ending?
I don't know. But Steven Spielberg decided to add in that last fight with the T-Rex and the Raptors afterwards, after he saw the finished product and how great the CGI and the motion capture and the go motion and the animatronics turned out.
That's
with
why
everything.
I feel like it
should cost. We have to add in this because the T-Rex is essentially the lead in this movie.
I mean, it's their mascot.
Exactly. And so he said, the audience will hate me if I don't feature this at the end.
Good choice. I probably would have hated you a little bit. I don't know, depending on what the ending was, but
I don't know what the ending was going to be, but
you're right, because
it still would have been a good movie, but it wouldn't have gotten to the heights that it did.
It made her the hero because she comes in and she grabs are those raptors?
Raptors.
She grabs the raptors as they're about to attack them. And she eats them and they're like, oh shit, and they run off. Yep. She saves the day.
Yeah.
Bad bitch.
They definitely bring that T-Rex back in the other movies, which I love. I love that nothing can destroy this new genetically engineered, and then all of a sudden out of the shadows and the deeps and everything, it's we bring back the original T-Rex. It's all scarred up and shit. And
right? They did that in the Jurassic
World. I think the first Jurassic World, something like that. I thought that was fucking badass.
And it beat up the other one that was the
hydrated. Oh, fuck yeah.
It was a good scene. And everybody, even the people on the ground were like, yeah, I can beat that shit. Okay.
Coming back old school.
Old school. So we're definitely going to do part 2 of this one. I don't know about any other ones, but like I said, I like part 2, so we're going to do that one.
I got a huge crush on Julianne Moore. We can do that.
Me too. We already talked about her. Boogie Nights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
So we've talked about her a little bit.
Yeah.
So you going to take...
We haven't talked about Vince Vaughn yet, have we?
Nope.
Okay. His breakout role. All right, let's do this.
So we going to take a samp when you see the shaving cream can. Okay. You also going to take a samp when someone dies. Because there's not too many deaths in this.
I'm counting in my head, but also I'm hearing a lot of rattling in the background.
Did you leave the fan on?
No, just the AC. I think the fridge is on.
Oh, well.
Keep going.
So you're going to take one simp when you see the T-Rex.
Okay.
All right.
You don't see it too often.
You don't. And I'm talking face, not feet.
What about eyes?
That's part of the face.
Okay.
I'll do that. You see the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take that as well. So you're going to take one simp when Tim has to climb something.
Okay.
Climb up, climb down a tree or a fence or something. You take a fucking...
His fucking sister. I like trees. Yeah, well, you didn't just fall out of one.
Okay, so you're going to take one simp when Tim names a dinosaur.
Nice. Vegisaurus.
See, it's veggie. Lex is veggie.
Brachiosaurus.
She's like, can I touch it?
That's my impression of an 8-year-old.
So you going to take a simp when...
Ooh, I'm getting to the sweetness of this drink.
When the Jurassic Park song is played.
Nice.
And it's played quite often, like scattered into this movie.
Yeah.
So listen up for it. So you take one simp when you see the Jurassic Park Jeep / Explorer.
Yep.
Because there's an Explorer.
Yep.
You gonna take a simp. This one is from my good friend.
You know, in the book, they were not Ford Explorers.
Yeah.
They were...
Toyotas.
No. They were like Range Rovers or something like that. What did they use on like Safari and stuff? Outbacks?
I don't know.
Okay. Scratch that. Reverse it.
Right. Okay, so you take one. This is from my friend Matthew, who gave me this idea, who absolutely loves this fucking movie and the book and all that shit.
Matthew, what? And why is he not here?
I did invite him, but he kind of, I don't know. He kind of like flaked on us, and so he's missing out on cupcakes and a delicious fucking cocktail.
Matthew, can you stop hoeing around?
Yeah, bitch. So you take
I don't even know him.
You take one simp when you hear DNA or Mr. DNA.
Mr. DNA.
When you see Mr. DNA, when someone talks about
John.
dinosaur DNA, any of that shit.
Dino DNA. Okay.
You take a simp.
Got you.
You take a simp when they talk about the power outage. The power's out. I guess the power's out.
Oh, yeah.
How do I get the power back on? When they do that, you take a simp.
Hold on to your butts. Did I steal something from you?
So you're going to finish your drink.
God damn it.
When you see the gate, so the big gate of them going into Jurassic Park.
Okay.
You're also going to finish your drink when you have to hold on to your butts. That's my favorite line from this whole fucking movie. I say that like quite frequently.
Can I just say that I love Samuel Jackson's performance in this movie?
Oh yeah, chain smoking motherfucker.
Well, not only that, this motherfucker learned how to... I don't know if this is something that he did back when he was doing his thing before he became an actor, and it's just an impediment that he might already own, or if he actually taught himself how to talk with that cigarette just barely sitting in his mouth, because it's always just right there.
It's just the dryness of the cigarette.
He's
and
just
the
sitting there
wetness
typing.
of your lip. I don't know.
Access main program grid.
How you not gonna smoke in your ass?
Access that.
So you gonna finish your drink when they get off the island.
Okay. Yes. Help Gilligan get off the island.
Yeah. We haven't had Eddie Murphy on the show in a minute. We missing him.
Oh my god.
You got anything to add to the drinking game?
Yes. Yes, I do. Wait, what was that last one?
When they get off the island.
I'm sorry, that's really funny to me. I do, yeah, for sure. I think that there needs to be more incorporation of the dinosaurs themselves. Okay. And I would say, this is a little techie.
Get it.
So, take a drink or a simp, whatever you prefer, every time you see a frame inside a frame. So I'm talking about they're looking at the T-Rex crossing in front of the frame of the car window. You see the raptor entering the kitchen from that circle window inside the door. That is a frame inside a frame, and there's a lot of them in this.
I like that. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
You see little Lex in a frame because she's trying to close the door, which happens to be a mirror.
I love it, yeah. And he runs into the reflection. Yeah. So fucking sweet. I'm like, bitch, I love it.
So for you nerds out there, that's your take a simp.
I like it. Well, then that's my motherfucking drinking game. I had to think about it. I almost said
new jingle for the new year. I like it.
Almost said the old one. Threw me off.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn off whatever's making that noise.
All right. Well, while we do that, can I tell you a little bit about the book?
Yes, please.
So, the book, Jurassic Park, came out in 1990. And before the book was even published, Steven Spielberg had the rights for it for $2 million in 1989. So, that means that it's $4 million today for the rights for Jurassic Park, which Steven Spielberg paid for it. He even asked...
Sorry, I didn't walk up with the Jeff Goldblum walk. That hip swinging.
He even asked the writer to write the second book so that they would have more movies.
Ooh.
He was like, hey, girl.
How you doing?
How you doing? I don't know if you know this, but this movie is about to explode, and I'm going to need some more shit for it.
The dinosaurs have fallen over.
Yeah, they fallen.
Just this dude. Here, prop yourself up. There you go. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are quite a few different things different in the book, but I kind of think that I'm going to go down as the characters come up. I'm going to tell you their differences.
Okay.
In the book. How you feel about that?
I don't hate that.
Okay.
So before we dive into all of that, I guess, we should start with the director, I guess.
Which this is our third Steven Spielberg movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Color Purple.
Jaws.
And this one.
And Jurassic Park. And we're not even scratching the surface. However, this is one of his crowning achievements, you might say. And it is widely known that Steven is one of my favorite directors. So, we're not going to dive too much into his history because we've already talked about it. You want to hear about Steven? Go check out our Jaws and Color Purple episodes.
Yes, Queen. I'm just saying, I didn't really realize this was his movie for a very long time.
Word?
Like, I kind of felt like he produced it, but I don't know.
Oh, no, he directed
it. No, I know that, but... I don't know. And I definitely didn't realize he did the second one until this week.
I remember hearing stories at Playhouse West, being that's Jeff Goldblum's school.
Man, fuck Jeff Goldblum. I'm just kidding. I love Jeff Goldblum.
But the teachers would talk about how this movie was filmed. And obviously, a lot of this was either CGI or animatronic or motion capture, aka Go Capture, by a few different fuck it, we're jumping into Tech Corner. It is what it is. But they would talk about how Jeff would explain to them that when he was filming this movie, he would be reacting to a pencil.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like, this is where your iframe is. They're holding up the pencil to where the T-Rex or whatever it is at, and that's where he's like, must go faster, or get the kids, or whatever it is.
Time out, must go faster is a line that is famous in this movie and also famous in our Independence Day. We already talked about that.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, so he does. Whoa! He does make the same line in both of the movies.
Thank you very much.
So, Steven Spielberg.
I almost got you.
I was close. Steven Spielberg got the idea for making the river mirror shake and the water shake from chilling in his car, bumping some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Nice.
And realizing that his rearview mirror was shaking, and he called up his special effects guy and was like, "Hey, girl, look. I got this idea. I want to have the rear view mirror shaking, and then we cut and we look at the water, and the water is just pulsing, shaking.
Okay.
And then that's how you get introduced to the T-Rex without even seeing it. Kind of like Jaws.
You want to know how they made the water shake so perfectly?
Tell me. I know, but tell me.
They had somebody underneath the Jeep, and the glass was connected to a guitar string that somebody was plucking underneath the Jeep.
Yeah, the special effects guy said he tried everything in the world to fucking get it to do that, and he couldn't until the night before they were filming it. He happened to grab his guitar and just play some notes, and he found a note that made that effect. And he was like, "Got it, good." Ooh, it would have been very awkward the next day coming to work and be like, "Look, Steven, I tried. All I can do is this," and he just shakes it
I love it so much.
Steven Spielberg, he also loved dinosaurs as a kid.
Did he really?
He said him and his dad would go to museums and look at the artifacts and sit there, and he just always loved dinosaurs. So when he made this movie, he said he was making it as a kid and for the kids. The kid in him and for kids.
I like that a lot.
I like that too.
So this movie, I will say this: Steven Spielberg made this movie as well. He did two of his biggest movies back to back.
Yep.
And it is it's a directorial feat, you might say. I don't know how to word it specifically, but in the midst of making this movie, he was in pre-production for Schindler's List.
Yeah, so they were sending him edits to do while he was doing the most saddest and depressing movie ever to make in the world.
However, he didn't move on completely to Schindler's List until he saw the first cut of this entire movie. And so afterwards, he left this movie in the able hands of a very good friend of his, Mr. George Lucas.
I've never heard of him.
You don't know George Lucas?
Has he done anything lately?
Semi-famous.
Something I might have heard of?
Star Wars, bitch.
Never.
Word.
I'm just joking. Never seen all of them.
So, yeah, they've worked together a number of times. They
brought them up.
They came up together. Them, De Palma, Scorsese.
Yeah, we talked about them in their relationship in Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't him that he got stuck in between the jaws?
Yeah.
See? Pulling pranks
got
and shit on each other.
In the teeth.
And then he bounced. He was like, "Come on, hurry up before they realize we broke it." So Steven was working on a movie, getting the rights to a movie by the same author as Jurassic Park. The book is called ER. And once he saw Jurassic Park, he was like, "Fuck this ER mess. I want
this one.
I want this one."
Nice.
But ER was not lost. It became the TV show that we all have seen. ER.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Didn't know it was based on the book, but hey, girl, it's based on the book.
So we all know that he's doing West Side Story right now.
I can't wait.
I'm a little excited. Nothing compares to Sophia Loren.
When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
When you know what else he's getting ready to do?
Oh my God, are you about to make me scream? Go ahead.
Well, Who Framed Roger Rabbit Part 2. which
We
makes
talked
me
about
very
that.
excited.
Okay, yeah.
However, sadly, Bob Hoskins has passed, and so I don't know who they're gonna get to play Eddie.
I mean, Roger Rabbit's never gonna die as long as you put him in. If you don't put him in the little fucking acid goop, he's good.
Well, no, we're talking about Eddie Valiant.
No, I understand that.
Roger Rabbit,
But I mean,
can
maybe
be there,
if,
and somebody
maybe
can
it
do the
moved
voice
from
again.
the 20s to the 50s.
Maybe, yeah.
Or the
I hope
60s or something.
I hope they give a nod to Bob Hoskins. That's all I'll say, because he was so great.
Maybe him and Jessica Rabbit, they have a baby and they name him Bob.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, what was the name of the movie?
Eddie.
Eddie. They name him Eddie.
Eddie Valiant, you're under arrest.
He's like,
I can't do it. I'm not even gonna
he's like,
try.
I don't have the keys to this.
But that's not what I was gonna tell you. He is doing he's exec producing a new TV pilot.
If you don't spit this motherfucking shit out,
It's Animaniacs. Animaniacs is coming back.
it's time for
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. Well, he did the first one.
Yes, he did.
I
They made a cartoon of him.
They did. I always thought that show was
One
awesome.
of the best shows of my childhood.
Then watching it as an adult, it's even better.
Yup.
It's one that is even better.
I made
The older you get.
you heard that mixed CD that I made for Ashley of all
Oh,
the
the theme
old TV
songs?
shows. Animaniacs is in there, including the Countries of the World song. United States, Canada, Mexico, Canada. Oh, excuse me.
You want to know how much Steven Spielberg made off of this movie?
Oh, fuck. Do I?
I didn't transfer it, so I don't even actually know what this money is in today's money.
What is it? What is it in 1993's money?
$250 million in the film's gross.
Damn.
That's what he made.
Oh, my God.
Rich ass man.
That's why he's got that house on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
That's why he's got Iron Man's house. For those of you who don't know, Iron Man's house in the Iron Man 1 is Steven Spielberg's house.
What?
It's not on the beach in Malibu. It's actually, you can see it if you're driving up Fairfax towards the Hollywood Hills.
What?
It's at the top, and then they CGI'd the water and everything in.
What? I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been to his house now.
I'd be lying if I said that me and Ashley hadn't tried to drive up that mountain.
You can only get so close.
Just to say what's happening. No.
Hey, just wanted to drop off my headshot and my script. So, this movie
You
held...
need an assistant, you know.
Hi,
Holla
I
at
work
your
for
boy.
free. This movie is held the box office
would.
record until 1997's Titanic
Nice.
beat it.
Short-lived.
It was...
I mean, it's Titanic, though.
It is Titanic. And we already talked about Titanic, and yeah, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Jurassic Park crawled so Titanic could run. That's how I feel. In
Okay.
CGI, in the whole
I
new
got you.
wave of using this technology
Yes.
that hasn't been really used.
Absolutely. So,
Jurassic Park crawled,
they...
Independence Day jogged, and Titanic fucking ran with it, and
Uh-huh.
we've been living with it forever.
And nowadays, every blockbuster tentpole summer movie
Yep.
incorporates this kind
The majority
of
of it.
filmmaking.
And it probably takes a lot less time because
so
one,
much less.
computers are better.
However, I will say that it looks better here.
It does.
Like when you compare 1993 Jurassic Park to, what is it, like 2017
18.
Jurassic World or something like that?
18.
Let's just dive into this. Jason's Tech Corner. Here you go.
Jason's Tech Corner. Well,
So-
wait, one more before you said.
What?
I'm just going to say that, it got beat by Titanic, but it also, when Jurassic Park took the record book, it beat out E.T., which is also Spielberg's movie.
Yes, it is.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So check this out. So, first of all, Spielberg knew what he was doing long before the cameras were rolling. He knew so many aspects and so many important things about how to film this movie to make it look the way that it does.
He said he storyboarded everything.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Everything.
One of the most important things that he did was he didn't change, he decided on a different aspect ratio for this movie. So for those of you who don't know, an aspect ratio is the height of the movie as well as the width of the movie. So traditionally, you film in what is it? 2.85 or something like that to 1 aspect ratio. I can't remember, but it's a traditional CinemaScope, which I think is 2.85. I could be wrong on those numbers. Which is like it's a wide frame. It's not as tall, and so it's really good for action. It's really good for close-ups, and it immerses you in the movie. However, being that you're dealing with dinosaurs in this movie, you have to show the contrast of a human standing next to a dinosaur.
All the different scale to make, especially the angles to make the dinosaur look taller. When there's actually nothing there. Yes,
exactly. So he did the 1.85 to 1 aspect ratio, which makes the frame 24% taller than normal CinemaScope. And in doing so, you see the entire scale of the dinosaur itself. Right. So like in that first scene where you see the doctors in the Jeep, and then the camera pans over and you see the Brontosaurus getting up on its hind legs and getting to the tallest
such a cool shot.
Leaves on the tree. And then these scientists are walking up this little hill. Like, they are only about the bottom third of the frame. The rest of the frame is all the dinosaur.
And the trees in the background.
Yeah. Now, they made this same shot or a similar shot in Jurassic World. However, they shot in traditional CinemaScope, and therefore they lost 25% of the height in the frame, and therefore the people are sharing half of the frame with the Brontosaurus, and it doesn't look nearly as tall as it should.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the first thing that he did. The second thing that he did was he employed the talents of Industrial Light and Magic, Stan Winston Studios, and Tippett Studios. So, for those of you that don't know, these are the people that made this movie and these dinosaurs come to life, you might say.
Make them feel real.
Yes, exactly. And he knew that you couldn't do just one aspect of this like they do in Jurassic World. All they do is computer generated. They don't do really any animatronic, I don't think. I don't think they do too much motion capture, and therefore that's why it looks the way that it does. You always can predict how the dinosaurs are going to look nowadays. They're going to look like they got put on a green screen.
Can I probably tell you why?
Why? Because
they're unpredictable. We kind of talked about this with Jaws with Steven Spielberg about how the fucking the dinosaur, how the Jaws wouldn't swim right and wouldn't do things, and they just kept having so many problems with them. True. So on this set, they kind of had the same thing.
Of course.
So Steven Spielberg at the last minute decided that he wanted to add rain into the effect of making the movie, so that, you know, the rain that would run down on the windows when you're looking through it just kind of helps make it look better, because you won't see the flaws because you have to see it through a window, through glass, to see it. I get that. Smart. But this dinosaur was not made to be wet.
Yes.
And it wasn't made to carry as much water as they were pouring on it because it's made of foam. So when they would make it, sometimes they'd have to stop and towel it off, or otherwise it would like shake like it was cold or having like a seizure or something. Or it would freak out during like times when no one was really doing anything. Everyone would be sitting there at lunch, just chilling, eating, and then it'd be like, "Rah!" Like go off, and they'd be like, "What the fuck is that shit?" So I understand why they didn't, because that is a huge hassle in itself. Plus, you have to hire 15 people to operate this fucking thing.
Absolutely.
So the T-Rex was no bueno with the
that being said, you're not thinking as an artist, you're thinking as a producer, and you're thinking with your pocket rather than making the movie better. So in this movie, you incorporate all three: CGI, motion capture, or by this time it is now created as Go Capture.
Well, that's
by Tippett Studios.
That's because
and animatronics.
It was in the perfect storm of the time where things were coming in and things were leaving the business.
Yes.
So technology was changing. So yeah, it was a perfect time for him to dabble in literally everything to make this movie come together. But
sure,
these things aren't really used anymore.
Even when something wasn't working the way he wanted, he didn't scrap that idea. Yeah. So like, he knew that certain parts of the movie needed to be an animatronic dinosaur rather than a CGI'd dinosaur.
Right.
So like when you're looking at the T-Rex from above the Jeep, that's the animatronics. But as the camera pans down and then you see the T-Rex walking away, you see its legs, and that part through the front windshield is CGI. He knew that's why it's more important, because if you looked, and this is 1993 CGI as well, so if you looked at a CGI and then panned, it's not going to look nearly as good, especially for those close-up shots.
I agree. But, I mean, technology is changing.
Technology has changed, but in my personal opinion, you cannot... Even though CGI is great and green screen is great, and you can do amazing things, it doesn't make up for realistic things being in front of you.
There's only 15 minutes worth of dinosaurs in this entire movie. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they spent so much time on these dinosaurs that we can only have 15 minutes worth. And as the movies go on more, there's more time of the dinosaurs being on screen, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. They build up that fear of them first. Well, they build up the awe first. That's another thing that he did.
Well, yeah, no. I'm talking about, like, as the movies, all 4 of them now?
Oh,
5 of them? 1, 2, 3,
I see.
4, 5. As all 5 of them change,
sure.
We get to see more screen time of the dinosaurs. Yeah. Like in the new one where Chris Pratt is, like, teaching them and showing, like, you actually get to, you're like, oh shit, this is what you guys are doing? Instead of just running from dinosaurs or going to an island where we just chucked them because we didn't know what else to do with them.
I wonder if Blue is animatronic. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to we'll look into that.
We'll have to look into that.
Because there are close-ups and stuff of the raptors with Chris Pratt. And they probably, researched from the first one how they had people in bodysuits.
Yeah.
In raptor suits. So it's a person in some of these shots. It's a person inside an animatronic raptor, and they're the ones that are moving like a bird.
Yeah, in the kitchen scene, they're in the costumes.
Yes, exactly.
And they're walking through the kitchen, and they're looking for the kids. There's someone in there. There was 2 guys trained to do that, and they had to change out every 15 minutes because of the way that they were positioned. They couldn't be in it longer than like 15 minutes. So they had to change out.
Hot as fuck in those things. You ever been in one of those suits?
Yeah, I used to work at Disneyland, and one of the things that they got to do, I was not a character, but
you worked at Disneyland?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, before I went to college.
I didn't know that.
It was a fun year of Disneyland and fun. Then get into Disneyland for free and shit.
It's not a bad place to work.
It is not, and I wouldn't turn down a nose at working there again.
Yeah.
So, do you want to know what other director really wanted to make this movie? Or do you already know?
I don't know.
Do you want to guess?
At this time...
We have talked about this director.
Is it James Cameron?
It sure is.
Uh-huh.
So James Cameron, he really wanted this movie, like, really bad. So when he rushed to go start bidding on the movie, it was already sold.
Damn.
And it had been sold, like, few hours prior to him calling. Like, he was just a few hours late.
Oh, shit.
To him making the movie. And so he said after he watched the movie, he thought it was a good thing that he didn't get it because he would have made it more like Alien.
Okay.
And less like this, that, this movie changed.
He would have made it darker, you think?
Yeah, this movie changed a whole generation of kids. And it made them love dinosaurs. Absolutely. When that hadn't been something that had happened
Kids
before.
Haven't loved dinosaurs in a long time.
And so he was like, I'm happy I didn't do it.
And then it's doing it all over again right now.
Yeah.
Look at Little Nas.
We're sitting here with Nas's toys. He can tell us. We have a family talent show every year on Thanksgiving, and last year
It was so cute.
his talent was to give us facts about dinosaurs. So his mom would hold up a little paper of what a dinosaur, and he would tell you the name and what it ate and what it did. And you'd be like, ooh, and then he'd be like, So this movie. And when he saw that I was doing this movie, he was like, oh my God, you're doing Jurassic Park? I've seen that. Like, he was like super amped because it's a movie that brings out the kid in all of us.
Yes, absolutely.
And we were lucky to be kids when this came out, to have all the merchandise. And the hats and the shirts. And,
dude, I wish
the
I still had that shirt.
And the cartoons and the Sega Genesis games and whatever the fuck else they made out of the shit.
I mean, I didn't have all that, but...
No, I'm not saying we had it.
I seen it at my friend's house.
I'm saying we had access to it. We could have.
We witnessed it. We saw the commercials.
It was hard.
That's something we did see. We saw all the commercials.
I saw every commercial and was like, damn, bitch. Wish that was me.
The McDonald's Happy Meals and shit. Yeah.
Good old days.
What was I going to say right now? I was going to make one last techie fun fact. Something that Spielberg did do that was very smart of him is he hired a... is that a paleontologist that studies dinosaurs and stuff?
Sure is.
Okay. Fucking Ross Geller from Friends. So I can't remember what his name is. Something Horton, I want to say.
Did he hear who?
No. So he hired a paleontologist, and luckily he did, because before he hired the paleontologist, they were making these dinosaurs to replicate reptiles more so than birds. Exactly. And the paleontologist came in and he's like, whose fucking idea was this?
He's like, but you getting this all wrong.
You're getting this all wrong.
You gonna look real dumb.
And so
we all realize,
because of this paleontologist, they made these dinosaurs more accurate to what science believes these dinosaurs were actually like.
This movie did more than that. This movie got people interested in paleontology, and so many people after these movies went to school to learn about dinosaurs and to look them up and dig them up and figure out all the shit like that. This movie sparked that. Like I said, this movie hit at a time where people were like, oh my God, we don't know a lot of shit about this stuff. And now we do. A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more. And I think that this movie literally kind of single-handedly has to do with that, because it made more and more people want this as their job.
Sure.
So
I can understand. I wonder if Indiana Jones made more people want to be archaeologists.
I totally did want to be an archaeologist. I remember, I think it was like 4th grade, we were learning about that. It was so cool. They turned the sandbox into a legit like archaeological site. They gave us like little brushes.
How far did you dig?
And we just dig, and they hid like things in there, so we'd have to like sand it, and then we'd be like, oh shit, look, this is a arrowhead. It must be from the fucking Indians or whatever the fuck we were digging up, chicken bones. But it was like super, I remember doing that because it was like in a flower bed, I think it was. It was like one of the coolest things I ever did. I was like, God, I would love this as a job. This sounds fun.
I mean, I love digging in the dirt when I was a kid. There's like videos of me like straight vigorously digging and like getting deep. Like we dug holes in our backyard where we could literally walk down and be underground.
You guys throwing bodies in holes in the back of your fucking house?
Well,
you guys are great kids to have around if you're trying to get rid of a body.
We would have been, yeah. Michael was building like ramps for his bike.
Oh, that's dope.
So we had like these two giant avocado trees, and they were surrounded by a big patch of dirt. There was no grass that grew under there. So we dug up dirt to build like these ramps so that he can like ride up and around and like create like this little BMX course,
I had a friend
but then
who had
that
some
leaves
shit
a
like
giant hole
Yeah.
in the ground.
Yeah.
And so I would go down there and I would take like my cars and like my
Oh,
little like
you're all
toys and
playing.
build like shelves and shit down there. I put like a light down there and
Oh
shit.
my god. Okay, I know you haven't seen It Chapter 2, but legit they do that, man. They make like a little fort under fucking ground.
Don't scare me. Don't creep out my child.
No, it was cool. They were down there, you know, smoking cigarettes and reading comics and shit.
However, downside to digging in the dirt, when I was like 7, I got head lice because I was in the dirt.
You were that kid?
I was that kid.
You were the kid they all had to send notes home for? Like
No. It didn't. I never even got to school. They straight up shaved my head and was like, "All right, go back to school."
Dang. Well, you learned something, didn't you?
Yes.
Stop digging in them goddamn holes.
Yeah, I didn't dig in the dirt too much after
Too
that.
much.
I still played marbles and stuff, but you know.
That's funny.
All right, so I saw you eyeballing one of them cupcakes. Feel free, because we're about to dive into this cast.
But yeah, go ahead.
So first thing, let's talk about this sniveling snot-nosed jackass, Martin Ferrero.
Is that the lawyer?
That is the lawyer,
Okay.
the blood-sucking lawyer. We're gonna make a fortune with this place, this motherfucker.
You mean the dude who shits on himself and gets eaten by a T-Rex?
Yes, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
He left us.
Yeah,
He left us.
he sure did.
He straight up boned out, selfish as fuck.
Can I say book fact?
Yes, please.
In the book, that would be, what's his name?
Malcolm?
Yeah, it'd be Malcolm.
Uh-huh.
He bounces.
Really?
He leaves the kids in the car.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
And so Spielberg changed it because he wanted Goldblum to survive.
I think Goldblum won it.
I mean, by this time, I get it. You know, he was a decent name to attract to this project.
He made The Fly by now.
Yeah, he did a number of things by this time.
Yeah.
And
then shortly later, he's gonna do Independence Day.
Yeah, he
the
is.
Thing that I think of him the most about. That's not true. It's probably this.
Honestly,
movie.
I think he worked out for this movie. I think he bulked up because if you look at him in this movie versus Independence Day, he's much leaner and lankier in Independence Day.
He didn't have anybody to compete with in this movie.
As far as like sexuality?
Yeah, there's nobody no one in this movie you're like, ooh, Samuel Jackson. Like, there's nobody in this movie you do that to.
Okay.
He's
straight up hitting on Homeboy's wife or spouse of whatever right in front of him. It's like caressing her hand and talking about the imperfections in the skin and shit.
Can I tell you a fun fact?
Fuck yeah.
So Jeff Goldblum and Laura, they met on the set of this movie.
Uh-huh.
And then they eventually had a relationship that ended in an engagement. All because of this movie. And that exact scene that you're talking about is literally what I see him like. I'm gonna try to, like, I see him really trying to hit on her, not just because, you know.
The reality of doing.
Yeah.
Meisner as
Yeah,
fuck.
he's being miser as fuck. Like, I really want to tap this ass.
Acting is living truthfully
like,
under imaginary circumstances.
Like this. Ooh, it's so soft.
Yeah,
you know?
because
Which way?
tiny variations, you know, the little hairs on your hand, the imperfections in the skin, all cause the droplets to have a memory and to go the other way.
He was like, so which way do you think the water is going to go?
Oh, yeah.
Down the back. And he's like, ooh. He's like, so, yeah, I think that was literally Jeff Goldblum.
Always on the lookout for the next ex, Mrs. Goldblum.
Mrs. Goldblum. I don't know. Has he been married before?
I don't know.
I'd marry that fine looking. He's just a weird.
He plays the piano every Wednesday.
We talked about this.
We gotta go see him. We gotta go check him out.
We talked about this. My next Wednesday I have off. I'm driving down here, and that's what we're doing.
Okay.
We'll
have
he's attractive in this really weird way. I don't know how to.
He's nerdy but very charismatic. He's extremely confident, and
he's tall. He's lanky.
You know what it is? His eye contact.
Yeah.
He does not shy away from eye contact, which so many people do, and he has that voice. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm just thinking of Independence Day. What is that? This will allow me to triangulate her exact position in the White House.
You're doing like...
You can do that?
I hate your accent.
Yeah, all cable repairman can, Pops.
It's too good. Everyone take a drink. He did 2 in that one scene. By the way.
Okay, well, Martin Ferrero plays the lawyer, the blood-sucking lawyer. You're here. I brought you here to defend me, and the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer. And another fucking accent. So this dude has had a very successful career. He was in Heat.
I've seen him in shit.
Yeah, he was the motel clerk at the second motel in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I love that movie.
I think this is the one where they can't get in because they don't have enough money.
They had to sleep in the car.
And they had to sleep in the car, and then the next morning they're like knocking on the window. You perverts, get on out of here.
I love that movie. We gotta do that.
He did a couple of flopped movies with Sylvester Stallone, a.k.a. Oscar and Don't Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Oh, God.
So not Stallone's best. I remember going to see Oscar at the drive-in with my mom and my brothers and my siblings. My mom straight up left.
You guys there?
No, we left. She drove out. She's like, not your best. Like, come on. And we left.
Who leaves the
I have no idea what happens at the end of Oscar. Still.
I mean, it's not good enough to go look it up, I guess.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But he is credited with the new video game.
Like doing voice?
Yeah. His voice. So he's
a lot of money in video game
voiceovers and all that shit. I know. I should get more into that. I just don't know how. It is what it is. But what do you think of him in this movie? He dies pretty quickly.
I don't hate him.
I mean, you're supposed to.
I said I don't, though.
Yeah.
Like, I get why he's there. He's there because the investors are like,
he's representing the investors.
We don't think that our money is being used correctly and that, it's dangerous. In the book, prior to them visiting the island, apparently dinosaurs had escaped already. So that was like an issue that they had to deal with. Now, do not quote me, people, because I have not physically read this book. This is me doing some wiki and videos on the differences between the movies and the book. But from what I gathered, they had already escaped the island. Some of them had already escaped the island by then. And so
how the fuck are you going to escape an island if you're a dinosaur?
So this whole movie...
I saw Land Before Time. They got little arms. You bitches. T-Rex is drowning.
And they would have, these scientists come in and be like, yeah, this is all kosher. This is fine. Everything's good. That's what he needed them for.
Okay.
And this lawyer doesn't really, to me, feel like it's one of those, like, kind of bad guys because he's just here to make sure that legally we're all right.
Yeah.
Can I open this place?
Because he literally says that. He's like, I'm here. We're not friends. I'm here representing your investors. To make sure that this is all safe and sound. And we'll shut you down, John.
Because nobody wants dead children on their hands trying to see fucking...
And he's arrogant as fuck. He's like, by the time we leave here, I will be accepting your apology.
I know. Every time I hear that, I'm like, yeah, bitch, he won't be saying shit, and you won't be saying shit. Because your park sucks.
And Spielberg shot him, John Hammond, in a very specific way. First of all, in the beginning, he always shoots him from a low angle, looking up on him, making him look powerful.
Well, he's the god who created this place.
Exactly. Not only that, he had a angelic light behind him, if you notice.
Oh yeah, especially that like lunch scene.
From the lunch scene, exactly. Then
I think it's also like that when he's talking to what's her name? What's Laura's name?
Dr. Grant or
Ellie?
Yes.
When he's talking to her and she's talking about like, I understand, I'm overwhelmed just like fucking being here. I've only been here a motherfucking day. I mean, I understand. Like, I think he's lit the same way.
No. But by this time, are you talking about the scene where they're eating ice cream?
Yeah.
Later on, after the dinosaurs have escaped and they have taken the power position, everything is shot from above because he is no longer in control.
Nope.
Even though he wants to get back control. Like, even after all of this has happened and people have died, I guess we're moving on to him now.
I would love to.
Yeah. After all these people have died and all of these animals have escaped and all of these dinosaurs have either eaten or been eaten some other animal or person,
right.
He still believes that he can get Jurassic Park back on track, and he's looking to wrangle everything in and still open the fucking park. And then she puts him in his place.
The only way you could do that, man, is if these dinosaurs are robots. That's literally the only way you can make this happen. You can't make it into a zoo because there is nothing that can control these animals.
Nothing.
And we're 5 movies in and we're still dealing with the same shit. No one's learning no lessons. I believe that the last 2 movies, Chris Pratt movies, are supposed to be more connected to Jurassic Park instead of the second and third movie. Those movies in the new movies don't exist.
Ah, I see.
Does that make sense?
The ones that are gonna be coming out, or the ones that have come out?
The ones that have come out. The ones, Jurassic 2 and 3. Those ones are not in the realm of 4 and 5, I guess. Gotcha.
Well, Dr. Hammond is played by the late, great Richard...
Santa Claus.
Attenborough.
Kris Kringle,
yes.
That's what I always think of. Miracle on 34th Street,
you guys. Miracle on 34th Street. So he is a 2-time Oscar winner.
Oh my God, what are they for?
I don't remember.
I do know he does The Great Escape, which is a great-ass fucking movie.
He's in The Great Escape?
Yeah.
Steve McQueen?
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, obviously he was young.
Well, yeah. I wonder what he looked like when he was very, very young. He won for Gandhi. Best Picture and Best Director.
He directed Gandhi?
He directed Gandhi.
He's been in the game so fucking long. I don't blame him for not knowing how to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and sadly he did pass away in 2014.
No, Santa Claus. I believe. Are you ready for a miracle?
Yeah, he plays Bartlett Big X in The Great Escape.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I'd have to rewatch the movie to remember. But
I don't remember him in it, but that's a great movie. Maybe I just didn't...
and it wasn't like he didn't live a long time. He was 90 years old when he passed. Man was born in 1923.
God damn.
God damn.
It was not... I mean, he's not as old as the Titanic, so...
My feet are strong.
So his character... it's supposed to be... In the book, he's supposed to be an asshole.
Yeah.
He's not a very likable person.
Uh-huh.
He's not that charming old man that we see in here. He's not Kris Kringle up in Jurassic World. That's not him.
Yeah.
He's an asshole who only cares about his park being open.
Sure.
He vaguely cares about the safety of his grandchildren when they're lost in the park.
Yeah. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to take a Jeep and find my grandchildren.
I'd be like, hey.
Sure.
Grab a Jeep. I'm getting in. We got to find my babies.
Yeah, exactly. Not fucking sticking around.
Yeah. So
there's glimpses of that in here.
There's glimpses of
that. At the same time, they do make him likable because he has to convince these people to come to his island and to approve of it and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can compensate you by fully funding your dig for a further 3 years.
His character in the movie, though, is supposed to be like a dark Walt Disney.
Oh, interesting.
That's what they were going
for. And they
for.
reference the Disneyland in this movie.
He says, like, we don't have rides or, like, Disneyland or something like that.
No, he said when Disneyland opened in 55, nothing worked. And Goldblum comes back, he's like, yes, but if the Pirates of the Caribbean ride breaks down, the pirates don't come
alive and eat you.
Guests.
Yeah. He's like, touche.
He's got such great one-liners in here.
Jeff motherfucking Goldblum.
I love his monologue. We almost did the monologue for last week's scene.
We did.
But we had to incorporate.
We had to cut it. But yeah.
Shout out to Smashley for doing such a great job on her scene.
Brr, brr, brr.
I don't know when she's going to be walking through this door, but she should be here soon.
Well, she's got a chilled glass in the fridge, so I'm ready.
Yeah, she all the way at the beach.
Boy.
I was going to do that.
Get out of my head. Can I give you a fun fact?
Give me that fun fact.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex, its roar. Do you know what it is? Like where they even got the roar from?
No.
The roar is a mixture of a dog, a penguin, a tiger, an alligator, and a baby elephant.
No shit.
All combined together to make its roar.
I wonder how many other animals they sampled and like thought of.
Oh
using.
yeah, no, there were so many animals because there's different animals for the different dinosaurs.
Yeah.
To do their
like
shit.
I'm picturing like a Thomas Edison type character who's like testing 1,000 different voices to see which ones actually work.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Mixed it all together, and in the melting pot we got fucking.
Yeah, that fucking. So
And now
remind me
that
again, a dog.
A dog.
Any specific breed of dog?
It just said a dog, a penguin, a tiger, an alligator, and a baby elephant.
Oh my.
I think that's what that high, like, is the baby elephant.
Yeah.
Like, once I heard what they were, you can kind of
separate them
out. Like, oh, that's a tiger.
What does a penguin sound like?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking of Happy Feet and Robin
You're true.
Williams.
I don't. Is it like? I think they have like a weird squawk.
Yeah, they
kinda
might.
deal.
Because now I'm thinking of
Now
Batman
you got me.
Returns and
No,
the Penguin
bitch.
and
Now
stuff.
you got me thinking about fucking Robin Williams as a Mexican penguin.
You gotta always leave on one thing more. Come on.
Hey, you got the shit.
Come on, we got the band back together again.
I like he was like, "Hi, I'm Loveless." He's like the cool one. Anyway, I'm sorry, we're not doing that movie. I love that movie though, basically because of him. But yeah, you mix all that shit together. Jurassic Park
And you get
style.
the T-Rex.
You sound like a T-Rex.
I love it.
Even though we have no clue what a T-Rex sounds like.
That's amazing though. Like
Yeah.
if I will always picture a T-Rex sounding like those animals together now. Like even if they figure out a way to bring back dinosaurs, which I pray that they don't.
Girl,
Don't get me wrong.
I'm just going to tell you that science is not far away from taking DNA from these things and being able to recreate them in some way. I'm willing to lose my life at Jurassic Park because that sounds awesome. Plus, my family is going to get a gang of money out of it. That's okay.
I'm not okay
But
with
I
it.
will get to see a T-Rex live in person.
I'm not okay with it.
I'm not
My
okay with it.
favorite animal when I was a kid was the saber-toothed tiger. I have zero interest in meeting one.
I do.
Even if it's behind bulletproof glass.
So if they had a saber-tooth tiger at the zoo, you wouldn't go?
No.
At the zoo?
No.
It's the motherfucking zoo.
You saw what a gorilla did to that glass. Not only that, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Yes, exactly. So what a lot of people don't know is that motherfucking gorilla was sharpening that blade before he started beating the glass with it.
Smart ass bitch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Prehistoric ain't that dumb.
I'm just saying.
This guy's got
I'm
ivory
not against
tusks.
it. I'm not against it until they break out.
We don't know if these saber-toothed tigers are as smart as raptors.
I don't know.
They show extreme intelligence, even problem-solving intelligence.
You don't want to see a raptor?
They're lethal at 8 months, and I do mean lethal. Let's talk about that dude for a minute, Mr. Bob Peck, who Sir Ian McKellen credits as the actor who he has learned the most from.
What?
Yeah, straight up Gandalf put the stamp of approval on him.
Well, shit.
Mm-hmm. So, Bob Peck, who plays Muldoon, who is like the big game, like, authority, I guess you could say, at Jurassic Park. He's the one in the beginning when he's like, shoot her!
Right.
Shoot her!
Famous
He's holding
line.
on to homeboy's arm.
First person died, black guy. I was like, this movie, I don't know about this one.
Damn.
I mean, I believe his character is bigger in the book than it is in the movie.
Sure.
Or if, I can't remember if his part is bigger or if his part in the movie is two characters like smushed into one. I can't remember. Either way, it was supposed to be bigger.
Yeah. I mean, he did a great fucking job.
Yeah.
I loved him in this movie. I wish that he hadn't died, but I love the way that they
had to kill off some of these fuckers.
Yeah, of course. And he is probably the most dangerous human on the island.
He's like, I know how to shoot these motherfuckers.
He understands
understand
tactics. He understands hunting. He understands animal tactics.
Yeah, how they react to things and hunt. Yeah, he's
the only person that doesn't that also understands that stuff is Dr. Grant.
Yeah,
he's the only other one. Damn, my shirt is all.
Don't you button it up, Jeff Goldblum? You gotta let it open, let it fly.
We already took that picture. Fuck that. The only other person that knows the mentality of these raptors is Dr. Grant. And he knows that it's not the raptor that's in front of you that you need to worry about. It's the two that are coming to the side.
Yeah.
That are going to
fuck you
up.
And it happens in every movie. That's how, if you see one, know that there's more.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what happens when they go to like reset all the breakers. Yeah. And he's like, no, wait. We can't go yet. Why not? Because we're being hunted.
We're being hunted, bitch.
Over there in the bushes.
I see one. That means there's two more behind me who's coming.
Exactly. And he's watching her. And he's, he does everything right. Yeah. Only difference is it's just him versus three of them.
Yeah.
And therefore, they get the drop on him.
These bitches
and they
are
pause. They pause on him, too. They don't just run up and attack him. Like, they give him a chance, like, yeah, gotcha, bitch. Now
gotcha, bitch.
And he just looks at him like,
damn.
Clever girl.
You motherfuckers.
And then he's through.
He's done.
Fucking through.
Yeah. That's
but,
crazy.
Sadly, Bob Peck passed away at a very young age.
Damn.
He was only 53. He passed away in 1999 of cancer.
Just a couple years after that. Well, not a couple.
About, five and some change years after this, he passed away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. He is better known not just for this movie, but for the 1985 movie Edge of Darkness. And also, he was in Lord of the Flies. He's the Marine officer.
I've never seen it. I've only read it.
You've never seen it?
Yeah. I only read it. I don't think I've ever watched it.
Bro, there's
a cocktail.
If we ever do like an island month, we'll do like Lord of the Flies and Castaway and bring back my boy Leo for the island or some shit.
Ooh, okay. Shutter Island down.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of Shutter Island. I was thinking of the island, different one. Young Leo.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm done.
Post Titanic.
Oh wait, yes, the beach. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what it is. The beach.
The beach.
It's a thriller.
It's one of my favorites of his, to be honest with you.
It's a good one.
You want another fun fact?
Sure.
When there was a hurricane, and it hit the island of
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
Were they filmed or in the movie?
In real life.
Oh, Kauai.
Kauai.
It's the smallest island of Hawaii.
Right? That's where you've been?
Yeah, that's where we've been. We've seen these mountains and these
He's been to
places.
Jurassic Park, y'all.
Yo, when I say that these jungles and these mountains are fucking magnificent and gigantic, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, exactly.
I
picture these like helicopters going in there.
The video of you guys doing the tour where you had like the little dinosaur made my day.
All right, I'll see if I can add that for you guys.
So there was a hurricane that happened, and the cast and crew all had to hide out and retreat in the ballroom of the hotel that they're staying in.
I'm getting all that sugar.
Ooh. So they had to hide out during this hurricane. So, we got Steven Spielberg and Jeff Goldblum and all these people sleeping on cots in the fucking ballroom, right? Everybody except, what's his name? Richard Attenborough. What's Kris Kringle's last name?
Richard Attenborough?
Yes. He's Kris Kringle. He was the only one, I'm sure, if he was alive.
Never drop no cupcake.
I'm sure if he was alive, he would be honored to be called Kris Kringle and
Fuck
be
yeah.
remembered for that.
Fuck yeah. However, in this movie, he is John Hammond.
Yeah. Okay, well, everybody except John Hammond was fucking in the ballroom. And that fool was like passed out sleeping in his hotel room. They said like they were all hiding out, And then when the like hurricane was exactly over them, they said they walked outside and they could look up and they could see the blue sky, and everything around them was just like this white turmoil of like water and like clouds and stuff like that.
Wow. So they were in the eye of the storm.
Yeah, they ended up being in the eye of the storm. And so when they were like, how the fuck, like Steven Spielberg was like, how the fuck did you like
survive
in your fucking room when there's a huge hurricane out? And he was like, my dear boy, I survived the Blitz, which was this bombing that happened in England during World War II that like
Blitzkrieg.
Yes, blew up all of fucking shit. And he survived that. So he's like, I don't give a shit about this goddamn hurricane in fucking Hawaii, bitches. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Like, it did not faze him in the slightest.
I got you.
Kris Kringle, he's like, man, I ain't gonna die.
Yeah. Blitzkrieg was that's Hitler's punk ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember reading about that. Well,
he survived that.
Okay.
Can we talk about...
No.
One of my favorite people's in this movie.
Yes, because I want to eat this cupcake.
And he's not only my favorite person because he's in this movie, but because he's in something that I love.
What's that? We
gonna talk about Mr. B.D. Wong. Doom, 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 doom. Is that your next one?
That was my next dude.
I was like, I hope we don't forget B.D. Wong up in the motherfucking building.
Hell no. This was like one of his like breakout roles, and I believe is one of his first ones.
Broke out.
Not mistaken.
And because of this.
No, that's not true. He had been acting for like a good 10 years before this. So like, you know what he was in? One of his first movies? Karate Kid Part 2.
Part 2?
Yeah, when they're in Okinawa, he plays one of the kids on the street.
You know what else he's in that I love?
Tell me.
Focus with my boo Will Smith. Focus? Where he's the con man?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
What? Do you know? Do you at least know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard of it. No.
Will Smith and Margot Robbie. They're
I have seen that. Okay,
they're like con men, and they can like pickpocket. B.D. Wong, yeah.
Okay.
He plays like this really rich guy that is at the Super Bowl, and Will cons him into making this huge ass bet with him.
Yeah.
But the whole time he's been setting him up since it's just, that scene is the best scene of that movie, and B.D. Wong fucking makes it. Like I said, he is also from my Law and Order SVU. Boom, 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 boom. Bow.
He's done a lot of shit.
He's also in the Father of the Bride.
Yes, he is.
In Father of the Bride 2, he's in that. He plays the assistant.
You know what else he's in? What is he? I wish Ashley was here, but you're going to love this too. Mulan.
Moulin Rouge?
No, Mulan.
He
is
Mulan.
The voice of Shang. Yeah.
What?
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
You're the saddest bunch
Are we gonna keep going?
I've ever met. I can do the whole song.
But you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you.
Boom, doom,
yeah, that's him. We're not going to keep going. We can't do the whole song.
Every episode I get like one song I get. Okay? And that was it. B.D. Wong. He also makes an appearance in him and Jeff Goldblum are the only people from the first movie that actually make appearance in the new movies.
Yeah.
And when I saw B.D. Wong up in that lab, I was like, oh, shit's about to get real because they brought that motherfucker back. And if he brought him back, you knew you gonna make some crazy ass Tyrannosaurus hybrid fucking shit.
It's really not that difficult.
It's for me, but not for B.D. Wong,
no,
apparently.
I was actually quoting him. He's like, every chromosome requires an extra XY at a certain stage. We simply deny them that.
You just deny them? They're like, yeah, bitch, they don't need it. We don't want them fucking, but apparently they be fucking because there's eggshells.
Yeah, you remember how Dr. Grant was explaining that? Saying that where they would find missing pieces of the dinosaur's DNA, they would fill in those pieces of DNA with another reptile, and they chose that of a frog. Yeah. However, it has been studied and discovered that certain breeds of West African frogs will change their sex in a same-sex environment. And boom, life finds a way.
Whole bunch of bitches with some dudes in there.
Exactly. So one of these bitches grew a penis.
Yeah. She's like, there's too much.
Grab that penis. It's the second Chappelle Show reference.
Oh, my Lord. Tonight. Okay, so that's all I got on BD Wong. I fucking love that bitch.
BD Wong has been killing it
forever.
A long time.
I'm telling you, man. He had not like, he did a guest spot on SVU. No, he was the FBI therapist.
Oh, okay. I've never seen.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You just got to turn on TV. It's on. It's on right now.
I get Hulu and Netflix and that.
It's on Hulu.
I don't go searching for it.
You don't got to. Just, I mean, I guess you do.
Just how do you spell that? Doom doom.
SVEU. Yeah. So yeah, Kit's character is not on there anymore. He kind of did some stuff that wasn't. It was against the law, but it was like he needed to do it, kind of deal. So his character once in a while will pop back up.
Honorably against the law.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
well, since then, he's had a string of movies. He's done like guest appearances on shows, and then he did.
How come he wasn't a crazy rich Asian?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll be in the next one.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited. But like, he did 5 Years of Oz.
Oh, okay.
He also did another, like you said, SVU for 15, 14 years? Some shit like that. Long ass time.
I loved him. And his character also came out as gay. BD Wong is also a gay man.
Is he? Okay.
Out there in the streets, being awesome. And so, yeah, I thought his character.
In the street? He ain't really in the street.
I mean, he ain't in the street.
He's more, I picture him more as an Elton John type of character. Like, he ain't out at the clubs and shit. He's just doing his thing.
Yeah. He's like what's his name from Star Trek? Another Asian dude. You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember his name.
Star Trek, Hikaru Sulu?
Yeah.
The character?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about John Chow?
I'm talking about the real dude, that character.
John Chow plays Hikaru Sulu.
Yes.
In the movies.
Yeah.
He's gay?
In the 60s one?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the new ones.
No, I'm talking about, like, original.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about John Chow, like homeboy from American Pie.
No.
The line's too long, dude. I'll never make it.
No, not
Give my back.
Give my back. He says he pees over the... Like,
that's great.
Yeah, it feels so good. It was kind of warm.
How'd you get it all warm?
You get it all warm.
I get peed on. Well, he also did Madam Secretary. He recently was in American Horror Story, as well as he's been in Gotham for the last 3 years. He was as well as Mr. Robot. He's fucking killing it.
He was in American Horror Story. He was in the Apocalypse one, and he was one of the heads of the Warlocks, like set of the witches, the Warlocks, like little academy.
Yeah. I haven't watched. I probably should have because I've auditioned for American Horror Story. You have auditioned for him. I didn't get it. God damn it.
And I tried to give him the basic rundown. I was like, there's this season. I was doing
a lot of research.
And there's this season. There's this season. But there's this season.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen them all.
I auditioned for the one that's like coming out right now.
Which I can't wait. 1984? Is that what it's called? Or 85?
I didn't sign any NDAs. I don't know.
Well, that is.
Last thing I'll say is he is in a new series that's in pre-production, and it's called Aquafina is Nora from Queens. Your girl has a series coming out.
Aquafina girl. Girl.
Nora
if you
from
could
Queens.
come get on this show, I would. We will crazy rich Asian it up. Can't wait. Love that bitch. That's what I'm saying. Or we can Ocean's 12 or what was the Ocean's movie?
Ocean's 8 is
8.
the one she
we
was
can
in.
Ocean's 8 it up. I don't care. Love me some Aquafina. All right.
There's another villain in this movie that we haven't talked about yet. Mr. Wayne Knight. Mm-hmm. We just talked about his punk ass.
I was about to say, we literally just talked about him. I finally found the girl.
My father doesn't like her.
She dressed like my mom. She cooks like my mom. I bring her home. My father doesn't like her. Yeah, that's him. We just talked about him in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, did we talk about him in depth in Dirty Dancing? Or just briefly? I mean, we talked about him to a degree, so we're going to talk about him a little bit more. You know, mostly he's known for Dirty Dancing, this movie, and, of course, Seinfeld. He plays Newman.
Probably this movie the most. Like, I know
I would think Newman the most because it's Seinfeld.
I'm just saying for me,
yeah.
I don't watch Seinfeld.
Me neither.
This is what I think about him. This douchebag dude who's trying to steal, who has the fucking shaving cream. That's what I be thinking about. That fucker. Trying to tie his car up. If you were ever in a Jurassic Park movie and you read the script and it says it's raining and you got to tie your car to a tree, no, you about to die, bitch.
You're about to die. Exactly.
No, you about to die. It ain't gonna happen.
Not only that, they leave...
Part 2 was a hard one on that one.
Track marks of that can of shaving cream with all of the embryos in it.
It was all for nothing.
It's fossilized.
It's all for nothing.
I mean, who knows? Maybe in 50 years, they're going to bring it back.
It was all for nothing.
They fossilized the can of whipped cream or of shaving cream.
So
Newman dropped it. It got smothered in the mudslide. Mm-hmm. It got covered by all the mud. That mud's going to dry and it's going to fossilize, and then they're going to do a futuristic Jurassic Park in 50 years.
Like 50 years in the movie time or 50 years in our time?
50 years in our time. I'll be here.
Goddamn.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to be the director.
All right. Can I be like the old lady that like finds it and runs the park and is like, everything's fine. Come to my park.
You want to be the rich old lady?
Yeah.
Okay, but
it's always a rich white man. Why can't it be a rich old black lady?
I'm going to dress you up like Vera and give you a cane.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down. And you can take my pinky toe. I don't care. We'll find your toe, Vera. We're going to find your toe. I'm going to kill him. God. I'm going to kill him.
So his name in this movie is Nidri. So
what a weird name.
Nidri receives $750,000 up front. That's what's in the duffel bag. And he's like, got rid and hugging it. Oh, I'll get them all. When they're at the restaurant, Dotson, who is a character in the book, comes over.
How you know? You read the book?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I did my research.
All right.
Some documentaries and things.
I get you.
Who's got time to read a book a week? Not me.
Somebody does.
Sure. One of my favorite things is when he makes Dotson pay for his meal. It's like, motherfucker, I just sat down. You want me to pay for all this shit? Don't get cheap on me, Dotson.
You just got a duffel bag of money, babe.
Mm-hmm. I think he does a really good job. I love how he transitions from being an arrogant slob who is really good with the computer and everything like that and does his thing to, as soon as it's time to put the rubber to the pavement and actually go out and steal the embryos and get the hell out of Dodge and get off the island. Yes.
Yes. So
he like starts to panic and he starts to stumble over his own words.
Who's he giving it to?
He's giving it to a competing company that wants to do the same thing.
All right.
So he is Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka, and the other company is Slugworth, in other words.
He's like, Slugworth.
Yeah. So the shaving cream is the everlasting gobstopper.
How did he know where they were at all times? Like, he knew who was going to get the ticket?
I'd like to congratulate you, little boy.
With his fucking scar
You
and
found
shit.
the 5th golden ticket.
Slugworth.
That's not Slugworth. He works for me. We're not talking about that movie.
Why not?
I don't know. You know how my mind works.
Okay.
I just bounce everywhere.
All right. Do you want fun fact?
Give me that fun fact.
Mr. DNA.
Mr. DNA.
The cartoon was created to basically shorten up the time in the book where they're talking about all of the science shit. It's supposed to wrap it all up so that you don't have to spend
so it's going to get the audience back up to speed.
Yeah.
I got you.
Got us up to speed quickly.
Yes, it did.
Because in this day, I would have been looking at it like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. How did you guys do this? Oh, get sleepy.
It's kind of a ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how they like push the like fucking. They're like, come on the count of 3. And they're like, we want to get out and see the dinosaurs. Fuck your ride.
I love that they actually do that because they brought them there to go in depth into this park and to put their approval or their endorsement of the park and their reputations on the line.
That's why he wanted to just show them
Maybe
the
that's
basic
why
shit.
He's trying to like do, sleight of hand and,
Yeah, he's like, see, look, we do it in here, but look over here.
Yeah, that
That's what he
Kansas
was
City
doing.
shuffle.
Yep.
Yeah, not going to happen, bro.
Nope, brah.
I see what you mean. Motherfuckers. So... God damn, that sickness is coming back. Excuse me. Where was I?
I don't know.
I don't remember either. Let's talk about Samuel Jackson.
This is our third Samuel Jackson movie.
Samuel Jackson?
Yeah, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, and
I'm
now
surprised
this.
it's only this many.
It's only this many.
Because motherfucker is in everything.
Out of his 3,000 movies he's appeared in.
How many credits does he actually have? 188 credits.
I feel like it's grown since the last time we did it.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like it was like 178 last time.
So in this movie, he plays another one of the tech guys, the computer guys. He's the one that is saddled with getting the park back online and turning everything on. However, he openly says, I can't get Jurassic Park back online without Needry here.
Yeah, I can't do it, man.
Can't. Motherfucker's a hacker.
Yeah.
You didn't say the magic word. Please! God damn!
Hold on to your butts. Says my favorite line in the whole fucking movie.
And unfortunately, the black guy does die in this movie.
But he made it pretty far,
He made it damn far.
He wasn't the first black person.
He's the only one in the movie, though. Like, homeboy dies within, like, the first 30 seconds of the movie. And then
that dude. Then it's just
Samuel
Jackson. And he makes it to the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm so glad that we made it. And it's just his arm.
Just his arm. Like, god damn.
God damn.
At that point, like, do you even freak out anymore? It's like, all right, another one's dead. I mean, I guess it's still, like, shocking.
It's only been 2 days. Like,
it's only been 2 days.
Yeah.
After a week, it's like, fuck.
Fuck, another arm.
We even have any more people to kill? Oh, yeah, me. But I thought that Samuel did a great fucking job in this movie. I think that he treated it very professionally.
Yep.
And I think that he put a lot of work into this movie so that we don't notice.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
His character's cool.
He's got
fun.
some very long, very winded lines that are very scientific and very specific.
Yeah.
In addition to doing his impediments and having that cigarette sitting outside of just outside of his lip.
This is before we even knew who Samuel Jackson was.
Uh-huh.
We didn't even know who this bitch was.
mean, we sort of knew who he was by now.
I mean you'd be like, oh, you that crackhead. That's that crackhead. Right? That's all I would recognize him from. It's not like he did Pulp Fiction yet.
He hadn't done Pulp Fiction yet, but he had done Goodfellas.
Small part.
He had done Coming to America.
Small part.
But big enough to be noticed.
Yeah.
You know.
He is the only black person I feel like I've ever seen in a Scorsese movie.
He had done Juice by this point.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
What about Deep Blue Sea? Shark ate me. A fucking shark ate me.
Okay, that's... He just barely did Juice before this because Juice came out in 92. What else? He did Strictly Business, Jungle Fever. He did a number of things before this. Mo Better Blues, you know.
Okay, let's say...
So he did a lot of Spike Lee joints before this.
I was going to say,
Spike Lee
he
did like School
right
Days
thing,
with
right?
him and all that. Do the Right Thing.
That's probably what...
Yeah.
That's probably his biggest thing.
He had a big resume by this time.
I feel like yes and no. Like a big resume in the black...
I would say a healthy resume.
Like black people probably knew who he was.
Uh-huh.
But this is like the first like big ass like, oh my god, white people, look at this dude with a cigarette who doesn't say motherfucker yet, but he will be saying motherfucker.
I mean, he did.
He said motherfucker in this?
Not in this, but in other movies he's said it before. This movie.
I'm saying for
anybody move, I'll blow your motherfucking head off. What are you looking at, buddy?
The money in the back, fat boy.
Come on, stop stalling.
Come on. Yeah. Samuel, he will definitely be on our show again.
Yes, he will. So I think it's time to talk about the children's.
I believe
the youngsters.
The children are our future.
Thank you.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. Yep.
God damn, that boy can sing.
That boy can sing.
So, first off, we have Mr. Joseph Mazzello. So, Joseph Mazzello, born and raised in New York. My dude was off and running at a very young age. He started acting when he was like 5. And when he got spotted by Spielberg like really, really liked this kid. Not only for this movie, like originally in the book, Tim is older. He is 11 and Lex is 8. Spielberg changed this specifically because he wanted Joseph Mazzello to play Tim. But at the time, Joseph Mazzello was too young to play 11 years old.
Can I give you some book facts?
Give me some book facts.
Yes, like you said, in the book, he is about 11 or 12. And he has a big interest in computers and the knowledge of dinosaurs. He is the one who discovers that the dinosaurs have escaped the island before. He figures out a bunch of things that helps to save them.
I see.
And like you said, he's older. And the sister is, like you said, 8, and she kind of is the opposite.
The dainty,
of that.
like innocent, wide-eyed one, I guess.
No.
Not even like.
Do you want me? You want to know about her?
Yeah.
So Lex is supposed to be 7 or 8 in the book. She's an outgoing girl. She's blonde. She's kind of tomboyish, and she loves baseball. And she always has a baseball cap on and a baseball glove. But she's also really annoying to everybody that's around her. She puts the group in danger. She's careless.
Interesting.
You know, her character is not very likable and doesn't really do anything to help the group.
Okay.
And her skills to survive have changed because of the movie. Not only did her age change, so she got part of Tim's traits of being into the computers. And Tim kept his dinosaurs. So this helps.
It sounds like Spielberg picked and chose which character traits and which lines to give to each child.
He wanted to make the Lex a more stronger female character instead of her being like helpless.
Really, because she pissed me off in the beginning.
I don't think so. Like, I feel like she came into this like, yeah, it's gonna be like us going to the Hall of Presidents at Disneyland, and it's gonna be. I don't think she really realized. And once the shit hits the fan, you know,
that's what I mean. Like
she
freaks
the first
out, encounter with the dinosaurs. That's the part I'm talking about. It's like, bitch, shut up.
But she's like 11 or 12, yo.
Yeah. Well, I would put her at like 13, 14. She's not 11 at this point. She's older. But she's
like between 12 and 14. Panic. A 14-year-old Zenobia wouldn't know what to do if a fucking dinosaur came through.
True.
I mean, I guess I've watched a lot of movies, so I would just imitate something that I had seen and hope that it worked out. But
like logic goes out the window the second that she sees that dinosaur.
She's terrified. You see how she is when
she's petrified.
She wakes up on the tree and she sees this dinosaur eating the tree, and she freaks out when the other two are just like, "Oh, this motherfucker's just here for some leaves."
Yeah,
you know, like she doesn't get it. She doesn't understand. She just sees these as dinosaurs, and all dinosaurs eat people.
But you know how when you watch a movie and you see somebody doing dumb shit that puts everybody else in danger, like, bitch, no.
But that's literally every kid in almost any movie, I feel like.
And in this movie, it's her. Yeah. Because she's the one with the flashlight, and she's like swiveling around erratically, attracting the T-Rex back to her. Yeah. She's the one, as soon as she gets out of the Jeep, screams at the top of her lungs as if she's just calling the T-Rex over to eat her. It's just scary. It's like, how many more things are you going to do that's going to trip us up and get us eaten?
But the bitch got us back online.
She did.
And she figured out some stuff.
She finally turns the corner and you finally learns, you know.
You get to see her survive.
Settles her nerves and gets on the interactive CD-ROM.
Oh my God, CD-ROM. There's CD-ROM. All you got to do is push the quarter. Time out. Can we talk about these bootleggy looking old ass motherfucking computers these bitches are working on? It screams 1993 dial-up. I bet they were on a straight-up dial-up.
Them floppy disks, yo.
Yeah, floppy disks.
Insert, you don't know push it in, wait till you hear the click. If it don't click...
It didn't go in all the way, and it didn't open.
You can't play Oregon Trail unless that click happens.
For people who were born, like, in 99...
You hear something?
I do. Smashley's in the motherfucking building. Burr, burr, burr.
Hey, baby. Yes, we did. We had to wait for you.
We waiting for you, boo-boo. Oh, my goodness. Don't worry, we're getting through this.
So, I don't know how we ended up on Lex, a.k.a. Ariana Richards.
Oh, because we were talking about
I guess we're just lumping the kids in together.
Yeah, we were talking about the difference between their characters.
Yeah.
And how her character is annoying to you, I guess. I mean, I understand.
She pissed me off. I hate when people get other people in danger. That's all it is. I just see her
as a 14-year-old fucking girl.
Of course.
Who don't know better.
She got a reason. She got an excuse, and it's a legitimate one.
And she still saves them, so.
I mean, they all save each other. But she has a hand in getting them off.
She got a hand in turning the shit back on so
that
we can get it.
That sounded really bad. She has a hand in getting them off the island.
Getting them off.
The island.
With her hands.
Jesus.
With her hand, just getting them off.
Joseph Mazzello. My dude, I think that, him and Spielberg had a great relationship off camera, I want to say. Because Spielberg had him in mind to play young Jack, a.k.a. Robin Williams' son, in Hook. Unfortunately, Mazzello was too young. And that's the only reason that he didn't get to play that part.
I kind of like the kid, though.
Yeah.
He did a good job as being Hook.
Yeah, he did. And they also had him in mind instead of Haley Joel Osment for AI. However,
he's too old.
I don't know. I don't know what went wrong there because it wasn't Spielberg that had him in mind. It was Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick had him in mind. They actually had him under contract.
If they love this kid so much, how come I barely see him in anything?
You want to know what he just did?
What did he just do?
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, he did.
Oh, yes, he did. Well, who was he?
He played John Deacon. John.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He just did that. Yeah. And before that, he was in Undrafted. He's one of those faces that you easily forget, and that's why you don't notice him. But he's done a hell of a job. He has had a really good career. He was in G.I. Joe. He was in The Cure. He was in The Social Network. He plays Dustin in The Social Network.
Yeah.
You know? I got something at my feet. I thought it was Robin. And that's why you don't see him all the time, is because he looks now... He kind of looks like Elijah Wood, actually, to a certain degree.
Kind of. He's like a... I don't know. He's not what I thought that he would look like.
He's got a young face with a little bit of scruff at the same time. But I saw Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought he did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
But, excuse me.
I didn't know it was him.
That's when an actor does it best. You see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet?
Yeah.
When they put the wig on Leo and they put the mustache, like, how are people going to know that it's me? It's like, that's the thing. They won't.
He's
I
like,
hired you for your acting, not for your face.
I want my face.
So,
yeah.
Ariana Richards. She did a great job in this movie. She really did. And she has had a decent career thereafter, not just as an actress, but something interesting. I'm going to give you a little fun fact. You probably know this, but just in case you don't.
Give it to me.
My girl is an artist.
Okay.
And so while on set of Jurassic Park, she painted a couple of portraits. I think she does watercolor paintings.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, and so she painted a couple of pictures. One of them is of her and of Joe Mazzello and a raptor. And that painting is still hanging in Steven Spielberg's house today.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. She actually comes from a long line of artists that she can trace her lineage all the way back to the Renaissance. By somebody named Carlo, I want to say.
You don't know Carlo?
I don't know Carlo.
Down on 53rd Street?
Not...
You saw the bootleg? I'm just checking.
No, I do not know who the hell that is. But, yeah. So she has become a painter, and that is her main passion nowadays. She's got like 3 houses in the United States, South America, and Western Europe. Damn. Where she like does her shit for inspiration and all that stuff.
How dare you be an artist and have 3 houses?
I know, right? Trying to get one.
Well, she was upset because she's the only cast member that doesn't have an action figure. Which I think is pretty fucked. If you're going to do it.
It was not a raptor. It was a brachiosaurus that they were in the portrait with. That's the one that's in Spielberg.
I'm going to be real with you. I can't tell you any of these motherfucking dinosaurs' names. You can say anything and I want to know. If it's not T-Rex or Triceratops.
The brachiosaurus is the one that sneezes on her.
Oh, Vegisaurus.
The raptor is this one.
Yeah.
The little one.
I do remember the
That's
raptors.
the villain in the movie. So I did find
it's this one. You want a raptor drink?
You want a raptor, babe?
Look at the dinosaur.
Or do you want a cupcake?
Oh, yeah.
Babe, these cupcakes.
Yes.
Made by our favorite master baker, Monique.
Oh, yay.
Strawberry
Thank you, Monique.
champagne.
There's a forest in there. That's so cool.
Try it.
So Smash is in the building.
Can I give you a fun fact?
Yes, but real quick, her lineage is traced back to the Renaissance, to a Italian Renaissance with Carlo Crivelli, who was a contemporary of Botticelli.
Okay.
So that's all the way back to her lineage.
I don't know any of those, but that's far back. That's crazy.
You don't know Botticelli?
No.
The Renaissance was the explosion of art.
Oh, yeah, no. I took art history twice because I failed it the first time, so I do know.
Oh, I did that.
It's not my thing.
With geometry.
You ready for our fun facts?
Mm-hmm.
The first TV broadcast of this movie dropped on May 7th, 1995.
Really? That's quick for a TV.
And it followed the April 22nd airing of the making of Jurassic Park that had 68.12 million people watching, which is
damn,
super
and this is
huge.
back when you had to schedule your
You had to
programming.
really go watch it, set your a VCR if you're going to do it, or you just missed it.
Damn.
Yeah, and so this was the highest ranking theatrical film broadcasting on network TV since April. Make my day. So this is the biggest network TV scene since April of 1987, which was a good year and a good month. When they aired, what movie would you think that they aired that was big before this movie? And that movie came out in 83, if that helps.
E.T.
Nope.
Jaws.
Nope. 83.
The Last Dragon. I would have tuned in.
We haven't done this movie.
Oh.
Does that help?
No.
Okay.
Rocky.
No.
I don't know.
Trading Places.
Nice.
That's a bit holiday movie, so that kind of makes sense.
That is a holiday movie.
Yeah.
Huh.
Christmas.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge. Yeah, so that was one of the biggest movies.
I'm sorry, what?
Did you get to the center?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot better than I expected.
Oh, yeah. Monique's
Killer.
treats. They're delicious. Okay.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, Neek's Treats. Follow her on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She hooks it up. For those of you who live in LA, she will deliver.
No, she won't. You have to come pick it up. But she'll live in
I meant she'll
in
deliver
LA.
expectations.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There you go. Here's another fun fact about the book. In the book, it starts off with a family chilling on the beach. And a little girl goes off and she runs into some little dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs attack her and kill her.
Interesting. Well, that's what happens in the second one.
That's exactly what happens in the second one. They borrowed from the opening of the first book.
Got you.
Yup.
Okay. Well.
Do you want to know
I do.
who was considered for Malcolm?
Who?
You all upset? Jim Carrey was considered for Malcolm.
Why are you going to get a second-rate Playhouse West person when you can get the founder of Playhouse West? Now, don't get me wrong. I love Jim Carrey.
I'm just saying, I would not put him in.
I'm just paying tribute to my school. That's all that is.
I get that, but I would not ever in my life consider Jim Carrey a second rate of anything.
And his character work is insane.
So I think he would have did a good job.
I think he would have done a good job.
But I think that people
I think he would have been too young for this.
I don't remember what he looked like in 93.
93, he was doing In Living Color. Let's say that.
Do what you wanna do in living color.
All I'm saying is Jeff Goldblum founded Playhouse West and Jim Carrey attended Playhouse West.
Fuck Jeff Goldblum. I love him, you guys. If you don't know I'm quoting Pineapple Express, I would never just say fuck Jeff Goldblum. He's not a Kevin Costner.
You know you want to.
I would love to fuck Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Yes, I would.
Oh, my God. Okay.
If you're watching, Jeff. Hey, holla at your girl.
She's accepting applications
I'm still accepting application, and yes, you can send a dick pic. That's fine. My brother is looking at him before
Oh,
as well.
my God. That's a hell of a resume. That's a headshot.
That's a headshot. I want it.
Anyway. Now that I'm thoroughly uncomfortable. Laura Dern, who has seen Jeff Goldblum's.
That was a good setup. She has seen his
that was all improvised. What's up? Meisner Training, Playhouse West. Hello, I love it. Do you?
I do. I do. Ooh.
Okay, so Laura Dern plays Ellie in this, and I love her. I love how, as Malcolm says, tenacious she is. Mm-hmm. She rolls her sleeves up, puts on those plastic bags, and digs right into that big pile of shit.
Do you know that she says that still to this motherfucking day, she's asked, "Are you that lady that stuck her hand in the dinosaur poop?" Like by little kids and shit like that. She said, still to this day, that is like what I'm fucking known for.
She did it so well.
And
like she is like.
That's because we're watching it and we're like, huh!
Well, not only that, she immersed herself in that situation. Yeah. She is right there, eye to eye, with the Triceratops. She's looking in there. She's like, she's being a scientist.
It's the only time that it'll ever be able to happen.
Which I don't even understand why she had the gloves on in the first place, because she digs into that shit, literally that shit, pulls it out, looks for the West Indian lilac berries, doesn't find them, takes it off, takes off one of the gloves, and puts it in her hand, her bare hand,
but she turns it inside out.
She grabs the shit, though, off the ground and walks away with it. You know she's got shit on her hands.
That's what he says. Wash your hands before you go eat, bitch.
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum would call that.
You will remember to wash your hands before you eat anything.
He was like, dang, can I touch her hand with the water? Oh, no, that happens later.
That happens before.
Do you want to know?
She's a bad bitch. That's all I'm saying.
You want to know what that shit was made out of?
What was it made out of?
The shit is made out of clay. It's real shit. My shit, your shit. No, I'm just saying. It's made out of.
Why can't my turd float next to your turd? Okay, we got to get off Chappelle. That's 7 already.
I know. Okay, so it's made of clay, mud, straw, and honey. The honey was to draw the flies to make it and to push it all together, but to draw the flies to make it so it's really like dung.
Nice.
Out there. So
and the clay is what gives it the color.
I mean, like, I would, if that's all that it is, I'd be like in there too, because it's just dirt and clay and honey and straw. It's not real poop, people.
I have another Chappelle quote, but I'm gonna leave it out.
What are you gonna say? I'm going to shit.
No matter
on
what
food.
the hue of your pew, it will undoubtedly stink.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the
brown
R. Kelly
or the clay-colored ones.
Ew.
And let's not forget the spinach green.
Oh, the spinach fucking green.
Well, she has been nominated for 2 Oscars, and Laura Dern has been killing it for many, many years.
I feel like when I see her, I literally just think of this movie.
Well, she was nominated for Best Performance in a Supporting Role in a 2014 movie called Wild. I haven't seen it.
Oh, is that the Reese Witherspoon one?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. But also, she was nominated in 92 before she did Jurassic Park, right before, for a movie called Rambling Rose, where she was nominated for Best Actress in a Lead Role.
Okay.
Right after this, she did Jurassic Park.
Dun, 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 dun. Can I say something? A couple weeks ago, at my movie theater, we did a fucking screening of this movie.
This one?
Yeah.
What?
Jurassic Park. And in doing that, when we do sometimes these special things, like we did Back to the Future and we had DeLoreans there.
Nice.
This time we had some of the actual Jeeps there.
Nice.
So I got some pictures that I'm going to put up on there. Yeah, look at this.
Oh, damn.
See? How cool is that?
Dude, I love Jeep Wranglers. It's one of my favorite cars.
And if I got one, I'd put the fucking Jurassic Park sticker on it.
I drove a Jeep Wrangler to prom.
Whose Jeep was it?
It was Kathy's. Miss Robertson, what's up? DJ Charisma, holla at your boy.
DJ Charisma.
Love her to this day.
If you know her. Oh, we should have her on the show.
We should have her on this show.
Yeah, let's do this.
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
She's here in like Burbank or something like that.
She's not far.
She's not far. Well, like I was saying, she's been doing a hell of a job. She most recently was in F is for Family. She did 3 or 4 seasons of that.
She does the mom's voice. She does a very, very good job. I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you love Bill Burr.
Oh, I love Bill
Then
Burr.
you need to watch F is for Family. It's an adult cartoon, but it's based on his upbringing and his family and his characters, like the middle child, Bill, and Bill Burr does the dad's voice.
Okay.
And it's really funny. She does the mom's voice. It's a really good show. It's a Netflix show.
Of course.
F is for
he
Family.
just dropped his new special.
I haven't watched it yet,
now,
but I saw...
People will be offended.
I haven't
If you're
watched
sensitive,
it.
you're going to be offended.
I love Bill Burr. He's hilarious.
And he pulls no punches.
And I ain't mad at you because you married to a sister. Hey.
Yes, he is.
So
Yes, he is.
get it.
Not only that, but she...
And they got a podcast together.
Is his wife on the podcast now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Does he have 2, or is it just him and his wife is incorporated into it now?
No, I
Because
think it's another one too.
I think it was he has his own.
No, I think they have one together.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Don't quote me because I didn't research that.
Because I ain't said shit.
I ain't said shit. Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said shit.
So Laura Dern has also been on Big Little Lies for the past 3 years.
I don't watch it, but I hear it's really
I hear
good.
great things about it, and she just completed a movie.
Did you just gasp over there?
No, she farted. Just kidding, people. She just completed a movie called Little Women.
Are they remaking Little Women?
Apparently so.
This is like the third, fourth time.
She plays Marmee March.
Oh, okay.
Is that a character in Little Women?
I believe so, yeah.
Then they're remaking Little Women.
All right.
But that's all I got on Miss Laura Dern. And it is time for our last character of the movie, Sam Neill.
Okay, I don't got any fun facts on. I got fun facts on some stuff, I think.
On him?
No, not on him.
Dr. Grant. Dr. Alan Grant. I like when he scares the shit out of the little kid. Before we move on from Miss Dern, I will say that one of my favorite action sequences in this movie is when the game hunter, Bob Peck, tells her, go now. And they do this tracking shot of her running through the jungle, hopping over branches, ducking under branches, all that shit. She's like parkouring through the jungle.
Hell yeah.
And it's clearly her. You can see her face.
That's her.
She's killing it.
Yeah.
So, big ups to her for
big
that.
Big ups. Can I give you a fun fact?
Okay, yes.
No, it's not a fun fact. It's just me saying that I think it's fucking hilarious how Grant hates the kids. Like, I think it is the funniest thing.
He doesn't hate them. He doesn't understand them.
No, he doesn't like kids until he has to take care
smell.
of them. They cost a lot of money.
Some of them smell.
Yeah.
Babies smell.
Babies smell, inconvenience. I mean, me and Grant are kindred spirits on that. But I love how, Tim is following him and talking to him through the car, and he gets out of the car and gets into another car.
Yeah,
he's like, what car are you going to
Yeah.
He's like, what car are you going to get in?
Whichever one you're
in. And he's like, and then he opens the door and lets him in.
He
and
closes the door and then all of a sudden he turns around and she's right there.
Yeah, and she's like, she told me to come. It would be better if I came with you.
Yeah, she said I should ride with you because it'd be good for you.
It'd be good for you. And she's dying in the fucking
car.
She's
sabotaging him the whole time.
And then
she wants kids.
Lex
eventually
trips and falls and he helps her up.
Yeah.
And he's
doing it very stone cold. Like, you okay?
Yeah.
You fine?
You good? Like a good man should be, but then she won't let go of his hand. He's like, oh, god damn it, the bitch. Holding on to me. And she's still in the back laughing at him.
Like a Velcro midget. Get off.
Get off me. That constantly just kind of makes me laugh. And their characters aren't really, I believe they're not dating in the movie.
They are.
In the book.
Oh, in the book.
In the book, I don't believe that they are a couple.
Okay.
But that.
Interesting.
It's just. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't read this shit.
Are they similar to the mice in The Rescuers or The Rescuers Down Under? Bernard and what's her name? I don't remember.
It's been a minute.
But he finally proposes to her on the back of the eagle, and she's like, "Oh, Bernard, of course I will."
Yep. Yep. So.
Okay.
You can talk about Mr. Grant.
Sam Neill plays Dr. Alan Grant, and I think he does a hell of a job in this movie. Mm-hmm. And they do bring him back for part 3. I don't think I've ever seen part 3 though. It's not a Spielberg movie.
I've seen it maybe twice.
Yeah, so Spielberg did 1 and 2. He did not do 3.
It was not good.
Oh no?
From what I remember, because I barely ever saw it. I watched it a couple times and was like, and it's not one that comes up that often on reruns.
I see.
So I don't know. You're right. How are you supposed to come up after Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, directed by a man named Joe Johnston. I'm not too familiar with him or with the story of part 3, but I do know that he came back for part 3. And something that I really enjoyed him in, he does a cameo in Thor Ragnarok.
Grant?
Yeah. Sam Neill. So, in Thor, have you seen Thor?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he is Odin.
That's him?
He plays Odin. Well, it's an impersonation.
Huh.
Because you know how, who is it? I think it's Matt Damon, who they're doing a reenactment play at Ragnarok, or what's the
him? You're right.
Yeah. So Sam Neill is there as well.
Huh.
and he's playing Odin, so he's playing Anthony Hopkins' role.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fucking
That is
hilarious.
pretty funny.
But yeah, I really enjoyed him. And in this movie,
What's another movie he's been in? Because literally, this is the only thing I can.
he's been in a number of movies. Like, the man has been working forever. He has 132 credits to his name.
He ain't on the 188 credits. Was it 88?
But these
Samuel
are
L.
his biggest movies.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I mean, this. If anybody in this movie, I mean, Samuel Jackson has been in a cajillion movies. Oh, I guess not. Now he's been in another big movie.
188 for Samuel Jackson.
Well, I mean, Samuel Jackson was in this, which was the highest grossing movie of its time, and he's also in the movie that is the highest grossing movie of our time right now.
Yeah, Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they're coming out with a series, and he is in it.
Can we just have a movie about him? How come we don't have a Nick Fury movie? Like, how you really, really get started, how you become friends with, like, everybody else, and everyone trusts you. What happened to your eye? Does his eye disappear in...
They explain all
in
that
the Marvel?
in Captain Marvel.
Damn it, I didn't watch Captain Marvel.
I got you.
Is it good? I just want him to have his own movie.
I don't know.
They ruined it because Captain Marvel ruined it.
Captain Marvel ruined it. And
Damn
you're not
that
going to like
bitch.
how he lost his eye. You're not going to like how he lost
Is the
his
bride,
eye.
did
It's
the bride
not,
go and fuck it out? Because if so, I will like it.
it's not as cool as you would hope it would be.
The bride didn't pluck it out.
The bride did not pluck it out. No.
I mean,
That's all I'm gonna say
He in
about
that
that.
movie too.
Yes,
Kill
he
Bill.
is. Rufus.
Yep.
He's the man. I was Bouquet. I was on something else. I don't remember what.
We gotta kill Bill because I want to talk about that whole scene where she plugs her fucking other eye out, and now the bitch ain't got no eye, rolling around
Excuse
in a
me.
fucking
I'm sorry, people.
trailer.
My sickness is getting worse. We got to wrap this up.
All right, you want some more fun facts?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna hit you with some fun facts. Are you ready for some fun facts?
Yes.
So in the book, John Hannon, he falls down a hill, he breaks his ankle, and he gets attacked by a bunch of small little dinosaurs, and he dies.
Nice. Which
That's-
they did in part 2.
Yes. So they saved it for part
To one
2.
of the like resurgence guys.
So he did not die in this one. He actually saved them, and he's a nicer guy, like we talked about.
Yeah.
So when the kids are eating the Jello in the scene, you know what I'm talking about? So Ariana had a crew member sit on the floor below the table and shake her arm so that it made it like look like it was shaking.
Oh,
And she was
okay.
like, why can't I just like shake my own arm? And they're like, we just don't think it's gonna look real, so you're gonna have to let this guy shake your elbow under the table while you hold Jello.
Yeah.
Rando. I don't know.
I mean, because that's filmmaking
That's
for you.
filmmaking for you.
You know,
Um,
it's not what you don't see; it's what you do see. And they're not seeing the guy under the table; they're seeing your arm, and they're seeing the Jello shaking.
I like that you said that because it's not what you don't see, it's what you do see. So when Lex falls through the vent, and you know she's hanging, and the dinosaurs are beneath her. That is a stunt woman doing that stunt, but she accidentally kind of slipped and was like holding by like one hand and kind of got really scared and looked up at the camera area. But the shot was really cool that they end up putting Lex's face over hers so that it's her hanging and looking up and it's not really her.
I love it.
Right? Isn't that cool?
Get it?
Yeah, the stuntman was like, ah! And the bitch couldn't hold her up. Like, you know, she kind of got scared and looked up. And Steven Spielberg was like, I still like it. Let's just, like, just put her face on it.
Yeah.
So it's the only scene in the entire movie where the humans are
CGI'd.
CGI'd.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. And by this time, they had the technology to do so.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out, and my nose is running.
Oh, okay. I got a couple more. Let's hit it. Malcolm. Jeff motherfucking Goldblum.
Did we talk about him?
We did briefly because we had already talked about it.
We've already talked about Jeff.
So
we love you, Jeff.
We do.
Especially Zenobia.
I do.
Actually, I think I love him more.
You probably do. So in the novel, he's more of a nerd. He's not really cool and sexy and
has that laugh. Oh.
Yeah, it's like on every gift of like mood. It's like him laughing.
It's like he's chewing on something.
Yeah, his character is kind of wimpy. Like I said, he does run off and leave the kids. He gets bitten by a shark. Ugh. I'm getting tired. So he was bitten by a dinosaur after he was like running away from the kids. And he has this life injury to his leg, which we do see a glimpse of that in the movie with them trying to, go faster, must go faster, trying to get him
go
because of his leg. So,
excuse me.
So we think he dies, or so we think in the book.
We think.
Bum, bum, bum. I think it's because the author did not think that he was going to have to make another one after he wrote this one, so he kind of killed off people, and he had to bring them back kind of for the second book because it made sense.
Yeah.
So Jeff Goldblum is the one that kind of came up with like Malcolm's swag and like, his great one-liners. And he's the one who was like, what would be really cool, Steven, is if he gets out of the car and he has the flare and he's, trying to distract this dinosaur so that...
Because he loves kids. Malcolm
he
loves
does.
Kids.
He's like, do you like kids? He's like, I love them.
Yeah,
I got 3.
Yeah.
And so he is the one who's out there with the flare.
Which I didn't like, personally.
Well, that's Jeff.
Because Malcolm is supposed to be an intelligent person. He's supposed to be understanding the chaos theory and this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, you already see that Dr. Grant has the situation under control with his flare, and then he throws the flare, and the T-Rex's vision is based on movement, so he's going after the flare.
Right. But he's not going to... Once he gets to the flare, he realizes nothing there. He's coming back for the kids. So what Jeff Goldblum was doing was like, look, I'm going to sacrifice myself so that you can grab the kids and run. Because if you're waving it, the kids aren't going to run.
Sure.
And if they do run, they're going to probably run to the wrong spot or something dumb. But if an adult's running with them, then I know they're safe and I can, sacrifice myself.
Yeah.
So that was Jeff Goldblum's idea.
Yeah.
That was all him.
And I get it. I do. I wonder how it would have turned out if he didn't make that idea.
Yeah.
Because when I see it, I'm like, what are you doing? He's leaving. But that's the way you're supposed to think.
Yeah. Everything in this movie was filmed before the CGI was done.
Of course.
So no one knew exactly if they could pull this off or how good it was going to be pulled off. So everyone was...
Including Spielberg,
cinematographer, editor, actors. Nobody knew how this shit was really going to turn out. And to be honest with you, I feel like they probably should have spent more money as much as they did. I don't know how they didn't spend a
bigger budget
on this movie. We saw Titanic and that was $200 million.
Sure.
But I mean, obviously they had to build a set.
They had to build a ship, this, that, and the other. Different stories have different budgets.
To make the T-Rex for this movie, they started off with a 1/16 scale of the dinosaur. And they went from there and they did like a 5th scale of the dinosaur and then they did the big ass one that we see in the movie.
Yeah.
So they had to make different layers of this. And Spielberg first saw it in the shop and he said, like, one of the first things he said was like, my kid would say, where does the poo-poo come from, Dad? Like, that's one of his fucking, like, things that he would, like, fucking say. And he eventually went on to have it move, and it would move when there weren't even, like, puppeting it. So the eyes would blink. It would breathe. You could see the muscles and stuff, and it moved. So it felt really real to them. And... that's fucking awesome. I would be terrified to do that. Work with any of that shit. Thing. Yeah.
I've been on the Jurassic Park ride at Universal.
Yeah. Oh, and it's scary. I haven't been on the new one yet.
I think I've been on the new one. It's fucking kind of creepy.
Have you been this year?
Not this year.
Then you haven't been on the new one.
Oh, well, then
it was closed when we went for. You remember when we went for horror nights?
Yeah, I remember.
It was
that
closed because they were still fixing it, making it new. So now it's
the Megalodon or whatever.
Yeah,
fuck. Okay.
It's based off of the new ones.
Got you. Then I haven't been on it.
Yeah, me neither. So I'm down. So I'm out.
Oh, word.
You guys, we barely touched the surface again of another movie this week that does not have. Oh shit! Motherfucking dinosaur in the building. I would say
have that thing.
I said I wanted the video up of your fake dinosaur running through the.
I can't believe you still have that.
It was on your. It was under your adventure book.
Yes, apparently yes.
Sorry, I had to.
Ashley made this when we took our trip to Kauai because we went on a tour and we went through the fields where they are actually running from the T-Rex.
Okay, so.
Oh my god!
You know what time it is?
It's 2 a.m. That's what time it is.
Well, besides that time, do you know what time it is in the show?
I know what time it is.
It's time for Z for the People. All right, so this Z for the People is called the Dinosaurs Society, and it's a charity organization that it aims to interests of studying dinosaurs, and it also welcomes any help in maintaining the dinosaur bones and stuff like that.
Oh.
This is something that helps them discover the money that they need to go and scout places. They take suggestions for places you might think that there might be some dinosaurs. And what's really interesting is that the most dinosaur discoveries have happened in the last 20 years.
Word?
Yes.
Jesus.
And I also think They're
discovering a lot of shit.
They are.
They're discovering people were in the Americas or in Northern America way earlier than we thought they were.
Yeah, so this is helping find species. One of the species that they found shortly after Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park was kind of spot on how tall this dinosaur could have been. I can't remember what dinosaur it is, but yeah, so I think that this movie had a big deal to do with that because it made people want to do it, and now in the last 20 years, even though this movie is 26 years old, people have been out there trying to find their Jurassic Park. And this foundation, this foundation is this one that I found looks like it's in Britain. But there also is an American one of the version of this as well, the Dinosaur Society. They sell cool T-shirts and stuff like that. And you can donate money to help these people discover dinosaurs because this shit is cool. Jurassic Park's going to happen whether you want it or not, bruh.
I ain't going.
I'm going.
Keep that shit.
And we're going to do Jurassic Park 2 there. Black girl in the forest.
Vera Walker owns Jurassic Park, apparently.
Yes. And that
the last one, it was this Indian dude.
I don't know. I didn't see the last one.
Richest man in the world.
That's the only one I haven't seen.
Or not the last one, but the second to last one or something like that.
So if you're interested in this in any sense of the word and you want to learn, you want to work for them, you want to donate, you want to buy a cool dinosaur shirt, which I might do because one of these looks pretty cool. Go to dinosaursociety.com and get in there and help these fools out because in another 20 years, think of what dinosaurs will find.
I know what we'll find. I don't want to find it.
I don't want to find it.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with thinking if they could do something, they didn't bother to stop and ask themselves if they should. So, paleontologists, I'm telling you right now, stop and ask yourselves, should I do this?
And Zenobia says, I think you should.
Bring dinosaurs back. I know you can. Don't do it.
I'm not against it.
Learn from the movies.
It's just a movie.
It's not just a movie.
I believe you. But I'm not against going to a dinosaur park. I've been to the zoo.
You will until they escape.
Yeah. Just think of all the money you'll get.
You've seen raptors running across Arizona. tackling coyotes.
That's what all I would say.
T-Rex is eating dogs out of your backyard.
That's part 2.
That's part 2.
So, yeah, we made it, y'all.
We made it.
Through the Jurassic Park. And we're not eating.
No.
We're feeling good.
Robin's still here.
She's Smashley walked in the building. And so, you guys, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We're on Podbean, Spotify,
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Castbox. The list goes on and on. The list
goes on. And thank you, Monique Treats, for our beautiful celebration. Thank you so much.
They were delicious. I had 2 of them.
And we are getting ready for our last 90s movie.
Last 90s movie
of the month,
of 2019.
I am very excited about.
Yes.
I picked because I love this movie. We got Smashley over here doing
Smashley's going to come into frame. She's going to take this mic right here.
Set you up.
She's going to do this scene with us. I mean, if you want to.
Okay.
It's not that long of an episode.
Sure. Bring it. Pull up a chair.
While the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Yes, so we're about to do this.
Technical difference. Let me get into my character.
We have not practiced this in the slightest.
Not even a little
literally
bit.
Just walked in.
Yep. I text her the script right before we started the podcast.
But to be honest with you, I've said this scene a million times.
Perfect.
Have you?
That'll be pretty good.
Do you need the script? That's a yes.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay, well.
Give her the script. Don't you be messing up.
Keep in mind, we're talking over each other a little bit. And, all right, let me get into this character.
You're the first.
Oh, nice space work, babe.
Look at her. She knows stuff.
I swear to God, woman, you can't drive for shit.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Hear me, you cannot.
No.
Let's take that back. Did you not hear me say that we need to be talking over each other? So
she was not listening. I was like, wait, should I say my name? Okay. All right, let's do it.
I swear to God, woman, you can't drive for shit.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Hear me,
No.
Actually, going all the way is like a really big decision. I can't believe I was so capricious.
Take 3, baby.
Okay, time out. All I hear is this dog snoring.
Robin, it's no.
Huh? Okay.
No. Okay, go ahead.
Like Beyonce. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just walked in the house.
I just want you to know
down.
I did not start that quote. He did it. About Beyonce. I just want to point that out.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Here we go. I swear to God, woman, you can't drive for shit.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Hear me,
No.
Actually, going all the way is like a really big decision. I can't believe I was so capricious about it. I almost had sex with him.
You almost had sex with who?
Christian.
What?
Yo, are you bitches blind or something? Your man Christian is a cake boy.
What?
He's a disco dancing, Oscar Wilde reading, Streisand antique and holding friend of Dorothy. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
He's gay.
Not even.
Yes, even.
The boy does like to shop share. And he likes to shop share, and the boy can dress.
Oh my God. I'm totally bugging. I feel like such a bonehead.
What the hell? Yo, you're getting on the freeway.
What?
Oh my God, please. Shut up. She's like screaming.
I thought you were.
The lady like flips her
I
up.
thought you were really scared right there, babe.
She's like, what? This house is getting on the freeway. So that is next week's.
That is next week, people. We thank you. We appreciate you. We will see you guys right here next week on Lights Camera
Cocktails. Hold on to your butts.
Oh.